Good evening, people. I'm clearly not in my studio right now, but thanks for being here. It's great to be live with you guys regardless. I do kind of miss my shit, though, but whatever. Uh, I'll be back there tomorrow. Guys, tonight is going to be either the best live on the planet ever or the most boring shit in the world. But I can't imagine that happening with these two guys that I'm going to bring up because these dudes are easily like my favorite YouTube channel. Like bar none, my favorite YouTube channel. And it's amazing because like they get like 20 people in their chat. I'm hoping to do something about that tonight here because these guys are easily like the most they're the best kept YouTube secret in my opinion. I love these guys so much. And we're going to do something really, really interesting here because if you guys remember this community, this amazing community that has embraced me, that I am going to be forever eternally grateful for. I did something with this case that I never did with any other case, which was I decided to stream instead of doing my homework. Like these guys had posted on Instagram, like we were supposed to look into this stuff. We didn't look into it at all. But I love that because if you guys remember correctly, I decided I was going to educate myself and stream myself learning about this case as I did so, and I did, and you guys in the chat helped me. So you guys are going to do a lot of the same thing tonight. This is going to be a very interactive live because a lot of you guys are really well versed in this case, and this isn't like any other true crime case that I've ever covered. This is the most insane shit in the world, and we all know it, and we all agree on it. And I'm going to go ahead and bring them up. Without any further ado, these guys are just absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see where this goes. Hannibal, we've got Monty and Hannibal, y'all.
Yes, there we go. Yeah. Hey, listen, I want you to know I've done no research in
Zero.
This case.
Zero.
I don't know anything about Karen Reed other than what you have told us, and it sounds like it is insane, and I am excited to take this journey with you.
I just learned that it's Karen Reed, so there you go.
Yes, I'm excited but slightly nervous, just because like in our in-passing conversations we would be talking about this, and Glera would be like, dude, they fucking blah, blah, this is that. And I was like, yo, the shit that you would tell us in passing about this case was absolutely insane.
Right. Yeah, agreed. I'm trying to drop that link in chat again. I don't know why it's not letting me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
For those of y'all who haven't seen us before, I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I'm Monty.
And we are Hannibal and Monty of the Hannibal and Monty Show. We have been friends with the Glare for quite some time.
Tell everyone about your channel. Like, how would you describe it? I don't know how to describe it. All I know is that I have a blast every time I watch it. It's always...
Yeah, that's about how you describe it. We lately, since the rebrand, we cover a lot of music shit, but it's like you take a music producer who's from New Orleans, lives in Atlanta now. He's from New Orleans. Take a music producer from New Orleans and an artist from New Orleans and just watch them go crazy talking about all this pop culture.
Right. We talk music stuff, art stuff, nerd culture, the culture. Right.
Yeah.
That is what our show has become. Yeah. The Glare, I'm my head songwriter, Cole Love, his favorite episode of our show is the show that the Glare was on, because we did a mock race draft.
Yeah.
And we had worked out a trade in principle to give white people Kanye West in turn for you too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was like in principle, we had come up with these terms. And in that episode, the Glare did this Morgan Freeman impression from Shawshank Redemption. And
we did.
Listen, Cole Love has never forgotten that. He brings that up to me every time, every rehearsal, every studio session. When I told him we was gonna be on the Glare show tonight, he was like, "Y'all gonna be on the Glare show tonight?" He's super excited for this. So very excited. And I hope everybody else in our audience is equally as excited right now.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm not wearing pants tonight, y'all. That's how excited I am.
But listen, Monty, just so y'all know, Monty typically doesn't wear pants. So that's a
Why you gotta ruin my game?
Like he's like I think that the word they use for him is predator. Is
I've only been called that once.
Yeah, but if they don't call you that during Halloween, it's a whole different problem, man.
Oh, well, that was that weird guy we were talking to.
Mm-hmm.
I had no intentions of doing anything with him. I just said I did.
Okay. All right. we will see. But yes, the Glare, thank you for having us on. We've actually been talking about doing this for quite some time, and I'm very excited that we're finally making it.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys are finally here. We've been talking about doing this forever.
Yeah, because normally the last couple times we've talked, you wanted to do it on the weekends, and I'm typically not as available on the weekends.
Yeah. No,
but I was like, I was willing to move a mountain so I could be here on a weekend. And he was like, "Oh, we could do it on a weekday." I was like, "Oh shit, well let's do that then."
Yeah, we can do that.
We recently had the Glare on an episode of the show where we were reviewing black horror films, and we reviewed Get Out, the new Candyman, and Leprechaun in the Hood.
Now, guys, and I'm talking to my audience, not you. I can't tell you how fucking nerve-wracking it is actually to be the only white guy in a situation in 2024.
He always does great with it.
It's I don't know, man. It's the best way I could describe it is how I would imagine a popsicle in your ass would feel.
Yeah, well, just so you know,
there's got to be some pleasure to it.
One of the things we do is we'll get our show idea.
All joking aside, I always have a blast with you guys. Like I always, and I never feel uncomfortable. It's the most shit.
Well, and that's great because one of the things we do is we'll get a show idea and like, do we want guests on this? I'm like, a white guy will be really uncomfortable in this situation. Call the Glare.
I would like you to know, the Glare, there's never been one instance where we've had that conversation. It was like, "Hey, what guy can we make uncomfortable?"
I have that conversation with Zoe because I'm like, "Hey, a white guy would be really uncomfortable here. Call the Glare, like reach out to him." But he always shines in it. That's why I pick him.
It's great. Listen, we've had a blast. So it's like, yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to finally learning about this case. And at one point we had talked, and I had said, "I'm gonna need to do some research into this case," and you was like, "No, don't do anything. Just wait until you come on my show." So yeah. So I'm excited.
I learned about the show, except it was the chat pretty much that was educating me. Yeah. I have and I can't send it now because I can't pull up Instagram. I guess I could tweet it to one of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's this spreadsheet, and it's fantastic.
Drop it in the. I dropped the thing you sent me earlier.
Okay.
Hannibal, I dropped it in the private chat.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Let me see if I can. I don't see anything in my private chat.
Oh, that's probably because you weren't here.
Yeah. Drop. Can you drop it again?
I mean, if I liked you, I could.
Monty, see, this is the type of tech stuff that we do. This is the type of Bush League stuff we do on our channel. We're not supposed to do this all like we in front. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a miracle that anyone likes this shit. I can't. I have no. So people are,
Hannibal's always starting shit, and the Glare shows up, and he gets between. He's like, "Whoa, guys."
Yeah, I'm looking at this spreadsheet. This is intense.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Yeah, it has everything you need. Oh, but I mean, there's just wait.
Oh,
wait.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you?
Who the fuck is that?
That's
I have so many questions.
I have all the questions right now. Wait a minute. I need somebody else to send a super chat so I can see that one more time.
I will actually play for you one time. I did retire it, but I will bring it out of retirement just for you guys this one time because you'll actually get a kick out of it.
Okay.
So Lala, so the next super chat that does come through, I will show you.
Okay.
Lala,
Okay.
let's get to getting who. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Lala.
So much.
Get my drawing glove off.
Lala.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Let me see something here real quick. I want to make sure that I never even got rid of it. I hope I didn't get rid. Oh, did I get rid of it? I can find it again.
Street Squirrel said, "Play it." I want to see.
Okay, there it is. Okay, let me here. I can find it. Hold on.
Ooh, I want to see.
Hold on. Can I search it? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said, "Let's fucking go." Woo!
Let's fucking go. That's
Yes.
right. Monty still hasn't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet.
I saw it yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Wow.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
See, you know what? Now I want to do some personalized super chat music for the Glare.
Do you recognize the face here?
No, who is that?
That is Ryan Upchurch.
Oh, is that Upchurch?
That's Upchurch. That's Upchurch
Holy
superimposed on the dancer.
I think we got a super chat.
Wow.
That's Upchurch.
Yes, that is Upchurch.
So,
I think we got a super chat.
Yeah.
and
No,
I did that to troll him because he involved himself in a case that I was covering.
No, I remember this. I remember this. And
So someone made this, and I randomly found it. I stole this. Someone made this, and I thought it was brilliant because he was trolling us, talking about the case.
yeah.
And he was mocking us, and he goes at one point, they're always getting their donations and whatever. I think we got a super chat, and he was mocking us because Ryan Upchurch is funny. He's very funny. And he's
I
cool.
wouldn't go that far with him, but
He
okay.
was in my chat one time, and I played it, and he was really cool about it. He was a good sport.
I like some of his songs, like "Named It After Me." Great fucking song.
You know, we've done different bits of music and video where we've taken like different online trolls and like incorporated their stuff into what we do. We did a whole Jesse Lee Peterson theme song, and Jesse Lee Peterson loves it. He was like, "Yeah, that shit's hard as hell." I mean, he didn't say that shit's hard as hell. He said, something, low key racist to black folks, but like but he liked it. He said Monty was a slut maker as well.
Yes, I am a slut maker.
Yeah, but he did like the fact that Monty only had sex with white ladies, so it worked out. It worked out good to go. Monty and Jesse Lee Peterson have that in common. Apparently.
Yeah, no, it's insane. So let me just tell you guys. So this case is based out of Boston, specifically Canton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Norfolk County, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
I am in that general area now. I came to town for a fundraiser that was for Karen Reed's defense fund. That was just strictly like friends and family and a few YouTubers. I was invited. So and you will realize that she is factually innocent. There's no way that you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You guys are smart guys. People might criticize this and go, well, you haven't even explained the case and you're already being biased. The problem with that is that you have to be a fucking idiot to think that she's guilty. instead.
Now, I'm curious. At the point that you first became exposed to Karen Reed's case, that's right. Karen Reed, is that it?
Yes.
Right? Okay. The first time you became exposed to her case, was your general perception that she was, and I'm asking this to everybody in the chat as well. When you first were exposed to this case, when you first heard about this, was the general sentiment that she was innocent, or was the general sentiment that she was guilty?
The general sentiment mostly was that she was innocent.
Okay.
Most of the people that showed up. Now, what I did, this is the thing. You're going to hear another name a lot talking about this case, and that name is Turtle Boy, or AKA Aiden Carney.
Okay.
So I knew that everyone kept saying, you got to listen to Turtle Boy. You got to watch Turtle Boy. You got to read Turtle Boy's articles. Turtle Boy. And I was like, I will, but not yet, because I knew that he already made up his mind about the case. But I approached this as unbiasedly as I possibly could.
Yeah.
And I did it live. So it's all documented. You could go back to my first stream on this, and I was like, I don't know anything about this case. I'm looking into it right here with you guys.
Yeah. I'm unbiased as fuck right now.
And
I know
anybody
nothing.
who told me about Turtle Boy, I was like, I will, but not yet, and then it got to a point as I was diving into this that I was like, okay, now I need to talk to Turtle Boy. And then I brought Turtle Boy on, and we had an incredible conversation. And I've just been down this rabbit hole ever since, and following it just incredibly closely. And thank you so much, SD. Hannibal and Monty, Boston welcomes you to watch this shit show of a case. Lots of duckery. This particular person is actually amazing. She does protests and standouts in front of the State House like by herself.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. And listen, if you was on my show, I'd say, Zoe, drop one of the clues bombs for wait, I want to say your name right. Was it Etsy?
I can drop a clues bomb, kind of. Here we go.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I tried to do it with Stream Deck.
Drop a clues bomb for SD.
Yeah.
Listen,
Zoe, if you're watching, I broke the Stream Deck.
Yeah, and look, the glare, I just want you to know you were absolutely invited to the cookout. And, for a limited time only, you can say the N-word 3 times.
I get 3 N-word cards.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand how those works.
It's not even Christmas yet.
But all those passes mean is we won't whoop your ass.
Oh,
somebody else might.
Yeah.
No, you know what? No, listen, Monty, when we go to the Black people meeting on Wednesday, okay? Like all black, we all go to the same meeting all across the country, right? Me, Monty, like Shannon Sharp is there, Stephen A. Smith is there, Candace Owens might try to pop in sometimes. We always put her out. What we'll do is we just have to explain to everybody that the glare is cool. He got 3 of them things.
All right. Well, I got your back on it. We're gonna see if we can sell it.
And look, and then just so you know, those 3 include any different
stipulations that come with it. Like only okay if you're quoting a song lyric that already exists.
No, man. Like you can see a guy going down the street. Like we
hate for him and just,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. Like so you could do it. You could at any side of the spectrum you want. It could be like you being like quoting your favorite NWA song, or it could be black guy backed into your car and you was like, I can't believe you backed into my car. You
just like giving me 3 fruitcakes for Christmas.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? It's like the same thing. Like,
so Blair is saying he's just going to give those to other people.
Right. Yeah. There you go, man.
Listen, I was at Target today because I needed to get an eye exam. My eyes are still dilated now. And like I saw like a whole bunch of fruitcakes just sitting there, just unpurchased.
Yeah, and they're going to be on clearance after Christmas. And then they're going to throw them in the trash.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me because it's like fruitcakes can't have any like serious preservatives in them. So it's like you make them and you got to eat them or you got to throw them out. So you just making fruitcakes and just, you know what? We're not here to talk about the futility of fruitcakes. We're here to talk about Karen Reed's case.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we get distracted, y'all. Get us back on track.
Right.
So the glare is super track. chats to get us back on track.
Yeah. Like, listen, send us super chats to remind us that we need to get back on something.
Don't do that. Yeah. These people.
Hey, the Glare didn't say that. We said that.
Already as it is.
We said that. We love this man so much. Give him money if we start veering off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Matt, every time we slide off track, give him $2 just to remind him to get us back on.
They are incredibly generous. Sometimes, I mean, I wonder why the fuck they even watch me sometimes. But this is the thing, though, is like the majority of these people, like type of 1, if you're in Massachusetts right now, or from Massachusetts. So
we don't get any money from this. That's the Glare money. So just so y'all know, chat.
Yeah, this is his money.
He didn't pay us to be here.
I want to make sure that the Glare has the best Christmas ever, because every episode of our show he's been on has been fantastic.
Yeah. No, I saw a comment and I was like, no,
look at all the ones.
We're here because we love him.
Look at all the ones. These are all Massachusetts locals. So
wow.
Look at those ones. All right.
Listen, I live in Atlanta. Is the traffic in the Boston area as bad as I've heard it is? Because I've heard Bostonians say that the Boston traffic is worse than Atlanta traffic.
I can attest to that. In parts, it's about as bad.
Is it as bad as Dallas traffic? Because fuck Dallas.
I don't know about Dallas traffic.
Yeah, fuck Dallas.
The way the last time I looked at it, like LA was 1, Boston was 2, Atlanta was 3. In Atlanta, you will spend 96 hours a year in traffic.
Jesus.
Yeah, this city is a city in the middle of a forest surrounded by interstates and traffic. That's all it is. It's just surrounded. It's nothing but brake lights outside.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck all that.
Okay. All right. So Karen Reed. Okay. So you exposed to the case. You initially were under the impression, like when you first were exposed to it, like this lady is innocent, and then as you've gotten more details, now you're like, she's not probably innocent. She is absolutely innocent.
Well, the cool thing is I approach cases. I take pride in the fact that I approach cases typically not the same way as most true crime creators, because they want to build, drama out of it, right? And so it's better to in order to do that, to make the person seem guilty, right?
Okay.
Like villainize. So it's always better to villainize somebody, because it provides a dramatic effect and then gets people riled up, and then they send you money. I don't do that. So I remember the fact that it is innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
That's how our justice system is based, is innocent until proven guilty. So so immediately I'm looking at this, and there were 2 people who told me about this case, 2 other creators that I interacted with, and I was on one of their panels, and they were like, yeah, listen, you cannot. She was telling me, she was like, this case that I've been really looking into, you need to look into it, but you can't read news articles about it to properly educate yourself. You have to read the documents, the court documents, and the police reports. And so I made sure to do this because I found that person to be incredibly credible. So I made sure to do that. And I did, and I have that spreadsheet that I just sent you guys. Goodness, like Sleuthy Goosey made this spreadsheet because it has everything that you need.
Yeah.
Now, drop one of Coos bombs for Lucy Goosey for that one. I appreciate that, and I
Goosey.
Yeah, and I love that your community has. I love has shows up all the information for this.
Yeah, I mean, all of this stuff is available. The thing is there's blatant corruption going on here, and it's blatant because they're not even trying to hide it almost.
Wow. Okay.
They're doing things that they know that any common sense person is going to go, what in the hell is going on here? So,
just so you know, it's throwing me off because like my name is also Will, so I'm seeing all these Wills in the chat, and I'm like, how do you motherfuckers know my name? My first time, right, the other Will, okay,
me.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent this will an application to replace you as my co-host.
You know what, Monty? It just you know what the Monty and the Glare might actually be a better channel than Hannibal.
He was like, you don't even really have to fill it out. It's just a formality, man. Like,
we really could just we go from the white wheel to black wheel. Just switch it out.
Yeah. He went to the mask fitting, like, and we're still talking about it. You know what? You know what? I was about to replace you out with a dreadlock gray beard motherfucker myself. Okay, you know what I'm saying? All he draws is stick figure pictures. Okay, he don't talk shit at all. He's perfect. Show him to me.
Getting rid of your ass. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you who it is. It's the motherfucker that played Ezekiel on Walking Dead. That's who I'm replacing you with.
Oh fuck, I'm jealous. He's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I even got him a fake tiger to have on my show. Okay. Now let's do that. Okay, we can both have new shows here. Anyway, tell us about this case, the Glare.
All right. So
asshole here.
All right. So on January 28th, 2022.
Okay.
Writing stuff down.
Boston police officer John O'Keefe, the victim in this crime. Boston police officer John O'Keefe. He's texting with his girlfriend Karen Reed throughout the day. They're having a little bit of trouble, but
her boyfriend is a cop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like that already.
Yeah.
All right.
So, So they're texting. They're having a little bit of trouble. John O'Keefe, to tell you a little bit about him, he's a Boston police officer. Everyone always had good things to say about him. He was very loved, and he lost both of his siblings, and took one of his siblings' kids in. Their two kids. So he was raising them, and just a great guy. But but of course, that didn't come without its challenges, because he's new to it.
Real quick, is John O'Keefe this dude that looks like gray-haired Abraham Lincoln, or the younger guy?
Let me see if I could pull something up here.
Monty, why you gotta skip ahead in the story? Can't he just tell the story?
No, I'm trying to figure out who he is. Like, I'm following along. I wanted to see John O'Keefe, so I did a quick search, and there's a gray-haired Abraham Lincoln looking motherfucker.
No.
I just looked images. I'm not looking at details. I'm doing images.
Did Abraham Lincoln dude kill his side bitch?
No, I don't think so. He said no. I'm very visual with.
Actually, a really good looking guy.
Yeah, when I hear a story, I'm very visual.
Okay.
So,
all right. No.
I found him. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. John O'Keefe. All right. Good looking dude.
Drop it in the chat too. Then share with me too. While drop it in the private chat too.
All right.
Now, what I can do also is I could play a video and we can watch that. We'll just play it at a fast speed.
Also, look, I'm with what. Listen, I am here for the journey. Okay, yeah. The way you have been telling me about this case, and also seeing the traction and the motion on your channel about it, seeing the engagement from your community about the case. And I know the case is big in the Boston area, because I have there's a rapper I follow from Boston, and he made a reference to this case in one of his in a recent thing I saw him do. All right. So I'm so this shit is official.
Yeah, if y'all see me looking down and writing stuff, I'm trying to keep up. I'm very visual. When I hear names, I like to see the face attached to it. So I see both of them here, and I'm trying to
because Monty is an artist, guys. He sees everything visually, every he receives everything visually.
Yeah.
All right, this will help then. Now, we don't really like Court TV and their coverage of this, but we'll reference them because there was a time where they were, and this is the timeline, and this is the timeline of the after party. So, basically, what happened here was that basically what happened here was that sorry about that. Hold on. he was texting with Karen all day, and then eventually they decided to meet with some people who John was neighbors with. Because earlier in that day he had stopped in there with his nephew to D&E Pizza, which is owned by Chris Albert, and you're going to hear that name a lot too. So the house that we're looking at right here is 34 Fairview Road. That is owned by Brian Albert.
Okay.
No, Brian Albert is Chris Albert's brother. Now, Chris Albert is a very interesting person in all of this because he's Brian Albert. Brian Albert is a former Boston police officer himself, and he was on that show Boston's Finest.
Yeah.
So he's a very, very, very popular, but he's also very powerful. He seems very feared, and when you see him, you get it. He has eyes of just pure stone. Now his brother Chris Albert is a Canton selectman, which means that he sits on the board of select. Now, I don't know how to really explain this because I don't live there and I don't know a lot about politics and how the system works over there. But it's kind of like the mayor, but it's like a panel of people, you know, more or less. So they make all these decisions. They have these Canton Select Board meetings where they decide what they're going to spend money on in the town, basically, for the most part. And if they're going to hire someone as a civil servant of some sort, these sort of things. And then the people get to go and speak at these things. And that's a whole nother issue right there is you can watch some of these select board meetings where the citizens speak and the way that they're treated by this select board is insane. So that's a whole nother issue. That's a completely other conversation. Now, but this case, what ends up happening is he ends up finally meeting up with Karen, and then they go to a place called CF McCarthy's, and a place that's really close by called the Waterfall Bar and Grill, and that's where they meet up with Chris Albert, because Chris Albert is ironically John O'Keefe's neighbor.
Okay.
So, and there's a history there that we didn't learn about as following the case until later on.
Ooh.
It comes up, right. So a lot of stuff has come to light. It's really wild. And so, right. And he also owns a pizza place. Chris Albert, along with being a selectman, he owns a pizza place that's called D&E Pizza.
So the neighbor owns a pizza place.
If we have time, we'll go over the Google reviews of D&E Pizza. Just so
gotcha. This is the neighbor's pizza place, right?
This is the neighbor's pizza place, right?
All right.
He's the brother of the owner of this house where the after party took place from the Waterfall Bar and Grill, where everybody said we're meeting there.
Okay.
Wait. So it wasn't just them meeting there; it was multiple people meeting there.
Right. You basically have people involved in this night.
Okay. All right. So it was a little group of friends getting together,
right,
for a night out.
Yeah.
Seemingly.
Well, I mean, 11 people plus John O'Keefe, Karen Reed.
That's a small group. That's the type of group that I'd meet up with. All right. No, I got it. I'm there.
I can never get that many people together to commit to doing anything. Like they'll say that they're going to show up, but then when we actually get to the space, it'll be like 4 of the 11 show up, and then now I got my credit card down for the reservation, and I got to pay for shit that, you know what? I'm dealing with a personal thing right now. I need better friends.
You got the friend harder, Hannibal.
I do. I need more white friends. Is what I need. That's what it is.
Yeah, I got a lot of white friends. They show up.
Yeah, that is not the case. I can't get that many people together.
Then they'll tell you, no, you ain't got to pay for that.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
How? You got to fight them to pay.
You
invite them, and then you got to fight them to pay for it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
When I go out, my friends, you know what I get is which one of y'all ordered gratuity, because they put it on this check and I don't know who ordered it, and I didn't order it.
That gratuity not going on my card.
Somebody always fucking does that.
Yeah.
Someone always orders that shit.
Yeah, look. If I invited the glare out, I promise you, I'm gonna fight the glare on who's got to pay.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into a fight.
I mean, I'm not much of a fighter, so you win.
I knew that's why you get that pass. There's some nigga in the glare. I love it.
See, Monty, now look, when we go to Boston, that means you paying for dinner. You have agreed to pay for dinner.
I'll pay for dinner.
In 1 week,
I'll pay for dinner.
I'm an honorary Bostonian and an N-word.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I will pay for dinner.
I like it. Okay. All right, everybody here, somebody please timestamp this. So when Monty decides to moonwalk his ass out of this later, that I will have proof, okay?
I know how to time a bathroom break, just so you know.
Right, I'm going to play this video.
Okay, here we go.
We'll be here all night. There's a lot to go over.
All right, I'm sorry.
We get distracted. Brian and Nicole Albert's home in Canton, Massachusetts on the morning of January 29, 2022. Police, emergency vehicles, first responders, and 3 civilian women were on the scene. On the front lawn of that home, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, partially buried in the snow, frozen and lifeless. It was the scene of a tragic death, and prosecutors say it was murder. One of the 3 women who had pulled up to the scene was Karen Reed. She was described as hysterical by witnesses. She was John O'Keefe's girlfriend. She attempted CPR before first responders arrived. She was physically and mentally shaken. Witnesses say she was repeating the phrase, "I hit."
Now, chat, stop what you're doing right now. Take this opportunity while we watch this video to click on the link that I have pinned at the top of the chat and subscribe to Hannibal and Monty. Do it right now. Stop what you're doing and do it right now.
Yes,
I hit him.
Wait.
A statement
Go back,
which seemed like a
10 seconds.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. I was just about to ask that too because it was
My
like they were
witnesses,
talking
she
about
was John
Karen
O'Keefe's
Reed was
girlfriend.
hysterical. There we go. Yeah, perfect.
One of the 3 women who had pulled up to the scene was Karen Reed. She was described as hysterical by witnesses. She was John O'Keefe's girlfriend. She attempted CPR before first responders arrived. She was physically and mentally shaken. Witnesses say she was repeating the phrase, "I hit him, I hit him," a statement which seemed like a confession to striking Officer O'Keefe with her SUV. Prosecutors believe it is a confession and have charged Karen Reed with murder. Karen Reed doesn't agree. In fact, she is claiming her innocence and says,
now, just to speed things along, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you guys that, sorry about that, tell you guys that there's no report from any witness. Now, there's reports from those witnesses, but in none of those reports does it contain Karen Reed confessing and saying, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him."
Or was it like a My Cousin Vinny type thing where it's like, I shot the clerk? I shot the clerk.
No,
because they brought that back up and he said,
right.
And I quote, "I shot the clerk."
It's funny that you brought up My Cousin Vinny. That has been brought up many, many times as an example. Yes, more or less, it's she said, "Did I hit him?" She says, "Did I hit him?"
Oh, okay.
Now, I will explain to you what my theory is here as to how this frame up took place. But this is, so it gets interesting. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of names you're going to hear. So you're not going to be able to grasp everything first time.
No.
But I'm hoping to get your interest enough in it.
I just want the key names.
Future live streams with you guys about this. I'm actually hoping that this is that this gets you the way it's gotten me, because I don't think you have to be a crime buff to be sucked into this. So.
Okay.
Yeah. This is wild. So yeah, no report. Initial report has anyone stating that Karen Reed said, "I hit him."
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. That's good to know. Know.
She dropped John off at a party inside that house, and someone in that house murdered John and conspired with local and state police to frame her. Tonight, we will take a listen to witnesses who drove to the house that night. What did they see? What didn't they see? What does it prove? We'll bring in our insiders as we continue our investigation into the tragic death of Officer John O'Keefe.
I'm glad we're watching this because this is post-trial, so you get to see some of the trial testimony.
Okay. Cool.
Humphrey Politan, thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. Great to have you with us. Things are heating up inside the courtroom in Dedham, Massachusetts for the murder trial of Karen Reed. Let's go back to the scene, the home of the Alberts. I mean, that night, there were a lot of visitors to that house. There were people inside the house. There were people outside the house, people being dropped off, people being picked up, people coming in, people leaving.
For 1 second.
There was a lot of traffic through there.
So this house that we're looking at, just to make sure I'm on the same page, this is where the little get-together was. The white people get-together. Because, we had 11 people there, and they fought about paying. Okay.
And I can tell you, I swear to you on my eyes, I have seen this house in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the pictures taken make the yard look much bigger than it actually is.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Pull back 10 seconds before we play more. I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was looking at.
So roughly 11 people were, like I said, 11 people were at this gathering, and John O'Keefe's body was found in, like, face down in the front yard, like buried under a little bit of snow, like buried as in like snowfall.
I think they're gonna get to that in this because they haven't shown. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me do.
There was a blizzard that night, but he was not out there long enough to be covered in snow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not the Dairy Queen type blizzard. Gotcha. All right.
Just shut up.
To that house. There were people inside the house. There were people outside the house, people being dropped off, people being picked up, people coming in, people leaving. There was a lot of traffic through there, a lot of visitors. So when you think about this case, keep this in mind. You've got all these people running around the house. Both sides here are saying there was a murder that night and that John O'Keefe was killed purposely, either by Karen Reed with her car or the defense is saying someone inside that house. But the bottom line is, on either scenario where you're talking about the murder of a Boston police officer, there are people all over the house. I mean, a lot of witnesses that night. A lot of witnesses who saw things. You know, they saw the weather. They saw each other. They saw cars pulling up.
Is that who?
Is that Matt Dillahunty?
Oh, that does look like, okay, yeah.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Brian Albert.
Okay.
He's one of the Bryans.
He's the owner of the house. Now, what you guys need to understand also, here's a really fun fact that you guys need to know when we're talking about 34 Fairview Road. After this murder took place, the flooring in the basement was replaced. The dog was quote unquote rehomed, but nobody knows where. But the dog disappears. And the house is sold for $50,000 under market value.
Shit.
Right.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. As we learn more about this little party here.
Okay. Saw people walking in, people walking out. They heard conversations. They all were drinking. It's all been described as a very good time by everyone. But at the end of the day.
And the pool was filled at his brother's house, I believe.
Filled with what? Concrete?
Yeah, I'm guessing. Like filled in?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So,
this is sounding like a Glass Onion movie right now. Like this is
when people bring up and they say, I wonder where Chloe is. Chloe's the name of the dog. I say, I know Chloe is exactly where the flooring of that basement is, in my opinion.
You convinced that somebody killed the dog?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I am absolutely convinced of it. There's never been not one shred of even attempt to prove Chloe's existence, except for some hack named Jennifer Coffendoffer who claims to be ex-FBI, and she says that she knows that the dog was rehomed. That's the word they like to use. And then someone on and then the Alberts, when they testified in court, said the same thing.
Yeah, I usually don't trust a name with more than 3 syllables. So Coffin Duffer. I'm looking at you.
Like when you had
a last name.
When you said ex FBI, I'm just that part right there. That was already too much for me.
You can't put that together when you hear her talk or look at her tweets. She's fucking retarded.
She's the only person that like the only like official statement that's come out from anybody that said that the dog had been rehomed.
Before they testified in court for months and months, she was literally the only one who seemed to have any information.
And where was she getting her information from?
In Vermont, right? Where did she get that information from?
Okay, all right. Okay. Listen, I think I like where this case is going. I mean, not for Karen Reed. This is fucked up. But like,
dude, we haven't even gotten your toes wet. Like,
in a case again where both sides are claiming that this Boston police officer, John O'Keefe, who everyone agrees, a tremendous guy, like a great guy, was murdered, and with all these people, right, in the house, outside the house, pulling up to the house, driving away from the house, no one apparently saw John O'Keefe. How does that work?
Right.
How does that make sense? Again, let's review what we just went through.
Vinny flip-flops a lot, but it's his job, but it makes me mad, and it makes everyone here mad. But he's making an excellent point right now. The point being that there was 11 people. Supposedly, the prosecution's theory is that she dropped John off, they were fighting, and then she deliberately backed her car into him and killed him, and then drove off.
And then allegedly screamed, "I hit him! I hit him!"
Well, no. That comes later. We haven't actually gone over the entire timeline yet.
All right, okay, I got you. Let me stop jumping ahead.
The prosecution says that that's what happened, and then she went home. She leaves a bunch of angry voicemails, which we can hear at some point if you'd like. We will. And she leaves a bunch of angry voicemails. And then she contacts the person that John was texting with for directions to the house, which is Jen McCabe. That's a name you're going to hear a lot too.
Jen McCabe. Okay.
Right. And yeah. Keep that name in the Rolodex because it's important. So Jen McCabe, then she goes with Jen McCabe and another woman named Carrie Roberts, who is a mutual friend of John. They go looking for John. They go back to his house. They go to, and they end up finally back at 34 Fairview. Karen sees him laying in the snow and jumps out immediately screaming, "John, John," and attempts to save his life via CPR.
Karen sees John laying out there.
Right.
From inside the party?
No, the party she never went inside to the party. Karen Reed never entered the house of 34 Fairview.
Okay.
Her story is that she dropped John off, watched him go into the house, and he was supposed to come back and signal her to come in or whatever and be like, yeah, come on in or whatever, because she didn't know anybody there. She wasn't sure if they were both invited. She didn't know what was going on.
Listen, I'm always going places, and the first thing I ask is who all there. So I understand.
Right. So then she goes, but then she says he never came out. So she was like mad. She was like, oh, he fucking blew me off because they were having problems. So she's like, he fucking blew me off. And then she leaves, and then she starts leaving a bunch of voicemails for him. Right. So that's
and you guys, you have some of those voicemails around somewhere.
Oh, they were played in court. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm looking forward to hearing those voicemails that she left him when he walked in the house.
Right. I will see if I can get Cherry to dig them up directly for me. Something that's just that would be great.
Cherry, I know I saw you in the chat. Please send those so you can expose Hannibal and Monty to this in real time.
Cherry's my Zoe, more or less.
All right. What's up, Cherry?
All right, let's see what Vinny's saying here.
There are people inside the house. There are people outside the house. There are people pulling up to the house. There are people driving away from the house. All of this is going on. And this officer is murdered, yet no one saw him. The closest we have to anyone seeing Officer O'Keefe is a reference to a black blob on the yard, which they didn't think was a human being, because if they did, they would have just driven past.
Now, that was a witness named Julie Nagel. Okay. Now, Julie Nagel, she was one of the people attending this party. Now, miraculously, what Vinny's talking about here is miraculously 11 people walked out of this party, got in their cars, drove away, you know? And nobody saw him lying on the lawn. If she supposedly hit him at 12:30, then why did no one see him when they left there at 2 a.m.? You know?
Yeah.
So, and the one lady, and she's actually an EMT, and she's saying that she saw what looked like a black blob that was laying in the snow, but didn't occur to her that it could be human at all.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, very, very interesting stuff here. Now, but nobody saw. Jen McCabe and Matt McCabe basically describe seeing Karen Reed's vehicle do literally everything except commit the crime.
Okay.
Right? Like,
you said she was in an SUV?
They saw her. They even say that they saw her drive away from the property. So didn't hear anything, nothing. So very, very suspicious. Oh, Jerry says, check DMs, asshole. Let's see. All right, cool.
Yes, I messaged Cherry and said, yeah, we wanted to check out those. I wanted to hear. I don't know if Monty's interested, but I'd like to hear those voicemails.
Yeah,
that Karen left
for
for John.
For sure.
Like when he walked in, just for context, because I like when the video first started, they immediately said that Karen was immediately hysterical after this happened. She seemed like genuinely and earnestly concerned. So I'd like to hear what the voicemail sounded like that she left for him. For context.
Yeah, you can argue and be mad at somebody and not want them to die. Like,
ask and you shall receive. Thank you, Cherry.
Third message. What time is that?
This is the third voicemail. This is what Cherry sent me.
Received.
okay.
9.
Again, when I say received by Mr. O'Keefe's phone, is that correct?
That's the timestamp of the voicemail in his phone, yes.
And Ms. Newman, if you could, with reference to that third message.
John, I'm here with your fucking kids. Nobody knows what the fuck you want.
Wait, did she call him a pervert at the end?
Yes.
Administrator Criswell, is Miss Washington.
Okay.
And with reference to the third message, what time is that received?
12:59.
Again, when I say received by Mr. O'Keefe's phone, is that correct?
That's the timestamp of the voicemail in his phone, yes.
And Ms. Newman, if you could, with reference to that third message.
John, I'm here with your fucking kids. Nobody knows what the fuck you want. Fucking pervert.
John, I'm here with your kids, and nobody knows where the fuck you are, you fucking pervert. So that
doesn't sound particularly murderous. That sounds pissed off. That sounds like you sleeping on the couch.
No, but you got to think about it. If a cop wanted to build a case against you, as a black man that has been to court many times, one thing I can tell you is when they want to build a case against you, they'll be like, oh yeah, that they would say that that's motive, right?
Yeah,
because they'll say that she was emotional and she was angry. She was clearly angry with him, is what they would say in court.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I can see that.
And also this does not mean, again, anger does not mean she murdered this man.
Looking at it from what I heard, I'm here with your fucking kids. Come get your fucking kids. Don't die.
Yeah. Right, exactly. That's exactly like that. There's nothing there that suggests murderous intent.
Yeah. Come get your fucking kids, because she said it was the way she hit your.
Yeah,
that dude's in trouble.
Yeah, no, because that was her letting him know. It's like, yeah, I could be like a bitch could be drinking some Casamigos right now, and instead I'm watching your kids. Okay, right. You at a party, I am watching your kids. Okay.
Right. Okay, all right.
And he's texting with a woman for the directions, and she doesn't know Jen McCabe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, later on, so she ends up getting they end up they end up charging her, and they go to her parents' house to pick her up, and then and tow the car. Now the SUV. Now, I'm jumping way too far ahead.
All right. Let's get back to where we were.
Listen, DeGlare, I'm here for the journey, okay? So like, let this could be Lord of the Rings. This could be 3-4 hours. I'm with you, okay?
No, and I gotta tell you guys like that was your reaction to that information and hearing that voicemail was identical to anybody. Like, it was identical to everybody else who was paying attention to this, who have common sense. Like what Monty was saying absolutely was just in line with what everybody's opinion was. This is not somebody who just murdered somebody. She's pissed off.
I've had women that pissed off at me, and I'm still breathing.
He thinks he went into a house, hooked up with the woman that he was texting with. She doesn't know, and blew her off.
Yeah,
because he was reluctant about even hanging out with her that night.
Yeah,
so she's insecure already about the relationship. So
I'm hearing this.
So yeah, it does that. See, now that you're saying it, that voicemail did kind of have hints of you have messed around on me before, and I gave you a second chance, and now you're doing this shit again. Like, like if she was a black woman, she'd have been clapping her hands like, you playing in my face right now.
That message was very much.
You say that because the prosecution is saying that the motive is also another part of the motive is that they went to a trip to Aruba. Or was it? I mean, was it Aruba? What the fuck am I talking about? I don't remember. I think I don't know. I can't remember what the trip was. They went on a trip. Yeah, the Aruba Sullivan. It was Aruba. So the Aruba Sullivan sister. So she says that she thought that she saw John kissing one of these women.
Okay.
Right? And this was motive because she got really angry and she, insulted the woman and blah, blah, blah. Right. Now, I mean, this is very normal behavior, especially if you have the pleasure of knowing Bostonians, as I've gotten to know them over the last year. This is not uncommon for anybody to do, is to confront without hesitation. No matter how classy you claim to be, or it's hey, that's my fucking man.
Yeah, real quick,
I mean,
Blair, that ain't just in Boston.
Right. But it's funny because I see these are people who are very, very loyal to each other.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, it's just one of my favorite. It's become one of my favorite places I've ever been to ever. They're amazing people. She sees what she thinks is him kissing another woman. She confronts him. Then she concedes it and says she retracts it. She says, maybe that's not what I saw. She offers the woman to pay for the rest of her stay on the trip, just as an apology.
Okay.
Or so it was squashed on the trip, but the prosecution is trying to say that that's a motive for her to kill John.
Okay.
But clearly, if that's the best that they've got, you already can see how weak it is.
Yeah.
So there, the prosecution has now we're at a point in explaining this where the prosecution officially has no motive to use against Karen Reed.
If they don't have motive, how were they able to make this case happen?
Yeah, I'm not seeing the motive at all.
Like, how did they get a grand jury to indict her if they didn't have motive?
As they say, a grand jury will indict a ham sandwich. That's quoting Turtle Boy.
I've never heard that before. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So it's great that you're asking these questions, because the truth is it should have never. I mean, and the grand jury, in all fairness, was lied to. Like, there are people who were caught or at least proven to be liars who testified at the grand jury that made this happen. So
what the fuck? Okay. See, now I want to know, like, is this a case where, like, the cops just needed somebody to be guilty and she was the best case that they had available to them, or was it some specific angst or vitriol against Karen Reed specifically that somebody wanted to bury her with these charges?
I think she's just really a patsy, in order to protect other people. But yeah, basically now, an interesting thing that happens, what ends up coming out later, is that Jennifer McCabe, who actually calls 911, I need that 911 call too, who actually calls 911 now.
And Jennifer McCabe was one of the 11 people at that party.
Yeah,
right.
She's
the one giving John O'Keefe directions to the party.
Yeah, that's the one he's texting.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Is he fucking her or no? Or am I skipping ahead?
No.
I'm pretty sure Karen thinks he's fucking her.
That's
what I'm getting.
That's what I'm getting
from the venom in that text and calling him a pervert. Karen thinks he's fucking her. And
that's right.
If anything, there's no murder at the end of this. There is a sleep on the couch or we're done. That's what's happening here.
But
that's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, but yeah, like she did, like Karen didn't. It doesn't, like, there's nothing that I've seen yet that was like, oh, did the judges? Not the judges. Did the prosecution try to make it seem like, oh, she knew he was cheating or she suspected him to be messing around, so then she killed him at the party in a murderous rage? Is that where we go? You know what? Let me stop skipping ahead. So
what's going on with Jen? What's going on with Jen? I have a question real quick.
Okay.
Let me see if I'm following this right. What's going on with Jen is basically irrelevant. It's Karen's perception that we're looking at, right? Whether he was cheating or not. Am I right?
No, but the cheating would matter if the cheating was happening, that would be motive, and then that's what
that would be motive. All right. I'm trying to get on.
Not that I am not accusing this woman of cheating.
The people in the house are saying that he never went inside the house.
Okay.
Wait. Karen definitely dropped him off at the house. He went in the house, and the people at the party are all saying that he never went in.
The difference in the story is that she says he went in the house and she drove away, and they're saying he never entered the house.
Okay.
But this some old Knives Out, Glass Onion bullshit going on.
It gets better. Now, it later comes out that Jen McCabe did a Google search of how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. Now, they didn't find John until 6 a.m. It was just before 6 a.m.
Oh, damn.
So at 2:27 a.m. from her home, she Googles Hoslong to die in cold. She misspelled.
Wait, who did this?
Jennifer McCabe.
Jennifer McCabe. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Celebrite is the software typically used by law enforcement to pull up Google searches, find out Google searches, and then testify in court and say, through Celebrite, we found these Google searches we extracted them from their phone, from their device, blah, blah, blah. This is the first time I've ever seen the prosecution in a case try to discredit Celebrite and say that there was something wrong with it. She never actually, the timestamp was wrong. She never actually Googled that. And then she Googled it because Karen Reed asked her to do it while the EMTs were there.
You know how fucked up a situation has to be. My bad, you know how fucked up a situation has to be for police to say this thing that we use to prove that criminals is criminaling, that this thing that we use all the time doesn't actually work. The fact that they would be willing to bury this woman by fucking over a bunch of their own cases is wild. Okay.
Yeah, and one of them, at least one of them, is open right now, and it's the Brian Walsh case. And the same lead investigator, who is now suspended without pay due to his conduct in this investigation, suspended without pay. He was the lead investigator in that case, and that case, the contrast, the same investigators, two different cases, and the contrast in how the investigations were conducted are night and day.
Tell us about him. Tell us.
I mean, Brian Walsh is, when you can see when you read his request for a warrant on Brian Walsh, he details meticulously everything they did to get to the probable cause for that warrant. It's just how you're supposed to do it. Yeah. But in the Karen Reed case, all of these, you look at the witness statements. Just read the witness statements. They're half-assed. None of them are signed. That some of them people he waited to interview them months. People who were inside 34 Fairview, he waited months to interview them.
Wait, this is a hot mess. Okay, yeah. You know what? I see it. I understand now. I see how it takes you down this fucking rabbit hole. Okay.
Okay. Now somebody's bringing something else up here, and I'm gonna and I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
How dare you? Nice. Love it.
Okay. Now, this super chat is actually really important because she's saying they're all related. Okay? The Alberts and the McCabe's, they're all like in-laws, right? So Brian Albert is married to Jen McCabe's sister. Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Nicole Albert is Jen McCabe.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Wow. I had to connect the dots real fast. I needed sometimes I need a little map, but I got it. Okay. You're trying to stay ahead of all these names. It's like Pokemon. There's a lot of
conveniently they're all related. Fuck, I know her name is Karen, but this bitch didn't do shit.
And Michael Proctor is good buddies with the Proctor or with the Alberts and the McCabe's. And Turtle Boy is actually the person who actually investigated this and uncovered it.
Interesting.
Right.
Like somebody in this YouTube content creator community was able to connect these dots that law enforcement and journalists couldn't figure out.
Oh, law enforcement knew it because law enforcement was avoiding it and trying to cover it up.
Yeah, it sounds like they figured it out.
Proved to the public. Now, Karen Reed has her defense team, and they have investigators. So, but Turtle Boy is his own. He's an independent investigative journalist. So he investigated this stuff himself, found this stuff out, and made it very public. Someone actually took pictures of Turtle Boy actually got proof that Jen McCabe was at the Proctor's residence.
Okay.
Why is a witness at the lead investigator's residence?
You know good and goddamn well. I'm sorry. Listen. You got to understand the only version of the justice system The only version of the justice system I've ever seen has been corrupt. I don't know no other way for it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never seen fresh bread. It's always been moldy, okay? That's all I've ever seen.
That's right. So right, yeah. Now they're just they're both married. Their excuse was that they were both getting harassed by Turtle Boy. And so they were consoling each other, the two wives.
Wait, the Turtle Boy you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay,
There's only one Turtle Boy, dude. Like there's which I'm telling you now. Here's the thing: we're not going to get into Turtle Boy just yet. A little later, we'll get into that. But the fact of the matter is that at this point, you cannot. This is a fact. I've said this many times, and I'm going to keep saying it. You cannot properly tell the John O'Keefe, Karen Reed story without telling the Turtle Boy story. Can't be done now because he has uncovered so much, and now he has been charged. So, like 2 days after I had him on my show when I was doing my deep dive, 2 days after that, maybe even the next day, I'm not even sure, he gets charged. They seized his devices. They had warrants for it, and they seized his devices.
Did they Turtle Boy?
Turtle Boy, right?
Okay.
Out on bail, but then this is a whole nother, like it's Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad, Turtle Boy to Karen Reed. You know what I mean? It's a spinoff. It's a whole nother fucking thing. It's insane. There's all kinds of shit with that too. But the thing is the irony here, and you'll realize this later once you learn more information, but Turtle Boy, his defense team now is going to be pretty instrumental in proving Karen Reed's innocence through his case, through his prosecution, because he got proof that he got framed. So imagine the irony in that. They arrest him to shut him up. They arrest him to shut him up.
Wow.
But through their prosecution, there are certain things that now they have to share.
Yeah.
That is discoverable. That could be exculpatory for his case. And those things could be exculpatory for Karen Reed as well.
Yeah.
So,
damn. Wait, what was the fake charge they arrested him?
Have this if they had never charged him.
What was the charge they charged Turtle Boy with?
Witness intimidation. Like a shit ton of counts for it. I did 5 live streams going over the charges because I had just interviewed him. I just talked to him. And then I'm like, wait a minute. And he gets charged. So immediately I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the charging documents. I have them all right here. So, I spent 5 live streams referencing because they put timestamps. They put timestamps and video titles. All of that shit is up there on Turtle Boy's channel still right now. You can go reference it right now. It's all still up there.
Wow.
The stuff that they're trying to claim is okay, there we go. The stuff that they're trying to claim is where he committed his crimes. And I went over them and I'm like, that's not what happened at all. I'm playing the videos. I'm sharing the videos and watching them. And then it turns out later that they set him up and they used a woman to set him up and get him on a bail violation. So he did 60 days in jail. He did 60 days in jail. So now he's but he's still out on bail. His case is still pending, but he hired another lawyer. He already had a great lawyer named Tim Bradle. He hired another lawyer named Mark Betterow, who was just the guy on Twitter and was talking about this case because he was just another lawyer from New York. Turns out he's not just another lawyer, by the way, but he's following the case closely, and he ends up a guest on a bunch of different YouTube channels. Doesn't have his own YouTube, but he's all over YouTube channels. He's been on my show too. I've been on panels with him on other shows, and he's brilliant, right? Now, and just the coolest, nicest guy in the world too. He Turtle Boy ended up hiring him and bringing him onto his defense team.
Okay.
So and this dude is on fire right now. What he's doing, it's crazy.
The witnesses that they said Turtle Boy tried to intimidate, were these all people that were at the party that night?
He claims that they can prove that the detective on Turtle Boy's case, along with the district attorney and the special prosecutor, all colluded to get him locked up.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're going to make movies about this.
Yeah, I'm already in my head. I'm already casting this motherfucker.
I'm trying to tell you, right? And I'm again now. Your feet are in the water, but you haven't gotten your shorts wet yet.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Give me a break. Bathroom break.
We haven't even gotten to kneecap level real fast.
Right. Yeah, this is great. I want to hear more. Keep talking about this. I'll be right back.
No, Monty, you need to be here for this because we need to experience. Yeah.
Oh no! Before we go deeper, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Let him go to the bathroom.
Okay. Monty got that old man prostate, y'all, so he got to be back. Every couple of minutes, he's got that long tray of pills with the days of the week on him. So it's gonna take him a second to.
I'll just read some super chats real quick.
Yes, please do, because they have been coming in. We've been seeing you guys. Thank you guys for everybody tuning in. I know this is already the Glare's audience, so I know you guys are massive and you guys are huge fans and huge supporters of what he does.
These guys, these people are just the most amazing people in the world.
Yes, make sure you guys like the channel, share the channel, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification. All of this engagement helps with YouTube because YouTube does this weird thing now, and I don't know if you've been experiencing it at all, but sometimes you'll go live and then you'll get people in your audience be like, I didn't even know you were live right now. I didn't get a notification. Yeah. So YouTube, our show now has a marketing manager who I'm sure is watching the show. And what we have learned is all of this engagement helps. So after during a live chat, making sure you like the stream, making sure you share the stream, after the show, making sure that you engage with it by leaving a comment or stuff. All of these things make it where more people are going to have access to see this. So it'll let the YouTube algorithm will let people know, hey, the Glare is live and you should go check it out because the Bauer Brief checked it out, or Katie McF County checked it out, or Joy Catcher. Okay, my eyes are dilated, y'all. I can't really see it, but I'm doing my best. Okay, but anyway, all of that engagement is definitely going to make it where more people can watch the channel. So we want as many people as possible.
This is the best community. Because think about it. Think about this for a second, Hannibal. You have 1,000 people watching on YouTube, 2,694 total between YouTube and Twitter watching right now. So 2,700 actually just hit. And they're watching this knowing that you don't know anything about this case yet.
Yeah.
They're just so fascinated and they're so passionately invested in the justice that they want for John O'Keefe, for Karen Reed and her family, that they're here just to embrace you guys learning about it. Just to them, it's valuable to see just any new person learning about this case.
Oh, for sure. This is the equivalent of you showing a friend your favorite movie that is hey, you've never seen this? I'm going to show this to you. That would be like me telling Monty, I love Fight Club, and I want you to see Fight Club, and then you get to show it to your friend, and they're as blown away by the movie as you were.
I'm not watching Fight Club.
Fuck you, Monty. That's why I'm replacing your ass with the Glare now. Okay,
you haven't seen Fight Club?
Never, and I'm not watching it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm the same way with Game of Thrones. I'm like, no, I've already gone too long. I'm not doing it.
Those are both great things to watch. Game of Thrones is great, and Fight Club is great. You should watch both of those things.
I already saw Fight Club, but I'm not watching Game of Thrones. Go fuck yourself.
Not doing it.
I
got a whole story. I got written up at a job over Fight Club, but I'll tell that on a later date.
That's okay. me and Hannibal will just make Fight Club references that'll be over your head for the rest of the stream.
Oh, I know everything that happens.
No,
Get all the references.
he knows it all. He like his co-workers bought him like an anniversary edition of Fight Club that's like in like the foil case and everything, and it's like may even be autographed by Tyler Durden himself. And Monty is just, I refuse to watch this motherfucker because his job, they wrote him up because he would not watch the movie. So Monty is kind of like steadfast, will just never watch the movie. Understand, Fight Club is my second favorite movie of all time. Right?
Really?
But yeah, Pulp Fiction is 1, Fight Club is 2.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, I still can't. I even have this one. But
okay, Deadpool.
I can't hear you for some reason. I got to figure out what's going on.
It's a Deadpool Fight Club. Okay.
Come on, Monty. Like it's got all the things that you love. It's got comic books and it's got and it's a great fucking movie. You know, but like Monty,
I'm gonna drop a clues bomb real quick, and then we're gonna go over some super chats real quick because we got a lot to go over. Here we go.
Yes, his name is Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
How dare you? Okay, let me go over. I'm going to read them real quick. Hate Corruption said, missed you, Will. Welcome to Beantown. Thank you so much. Tom Gillis, Golf Instructions. Let's fucking go. Woo!
Let's fucking go.
Lois Lane with a $20 super sticker. Thank you so much. The Goodmans. Awesome. Just laughing. Thank you. I love it. You're having fun. Glamasues is a member for 11 months. Welcome, meet Grant Smith Ellis. Yeah, that was Grant at the end of that video. That's a whole nother character. That's a real guy. Like, you're not going to believe it's a real guy, but it's a real guy.
Okay.
But I superimposed Plevin's face on his, and that's another. You guys don't even know. Like, there's so many fucking insane characters involved in this. And then Laura Riker, super chat time. I love the booze of truth. Thank you so much. Aaron, funky music, white boy.
Wild cherry, baby.
Erica Mad 5, thank you so much. So nice to meet you. Nice to be part of the replay crew for once. Happy Turkey Day to all.
Yes, listen. Me and my girlfriend came up with our whole Thanksgiving cooking strategy earlier today. So nice. I'm ready to ruin my stomach with turkey meat.
And Street Squirrel's cool as shit. When I met him, unfortunately, I squirted him in the eye with lime juice. But he's awesome. He does a lot of help in organizing, like the standouts and just the organization of like the protesting and it's always very peaceful. The media will call them rabid, dude. Like I'm here. I hung out with them today. They're fine. I have interacted with these people 3 times already, and they are the kindest, nicest people in the world. And I read, it's already. And Cherry's birthday. It's always Cherry's birthday. And Sidebar and Grill gifted 10 memberships. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Can I see that applause video one more time? Just once more, please.
Let me do it. Let me do it about, okay, don't talk about traffic. And then look, Meatball Morrissey Sketty Stain wins handle of the day again. Meatball Morrissey Sketty. I like the fruitcake side check. Can't wait for you to hear about the carrots case.
even when Eddie Redmayne is happy, he still looks sad. Like he always like he's just like his like he's got a permanent pout on his face. I don't know what that is. Great, excellent actor, you know, but his face is just very sad.
I know exactly what you mean. He always looks bummed out. Laura Reger and every other guy is Brian. Yeah, there's a lot of Brians in this too. You got Brian Albert, Brian Higgins. We haven't even talked about Brian Higgins yet. That's part of the timeline of that evening. And pin it on the girl. Thank you, Tay. And then Meatballs. Could you tell them about the solo cups and the leaf blower? Yeah, we'll get to that too.
Wait, what? Okay.
Yeah. So Melissa, $9.99. Most importantly, they're all related, right? And just wait, guys, it gets better. We need to hear Jackson's opening and then pull up bitch remix. Yeah. Super sticker. Thank you. Can't wait for the Sally port. Right. I was in court for that. That was crazy.
What is the Sally port?
There's so much shit.
It's the video. It's the area in the police department where they took Karen Reed's vehicle, where it is believed that the investigators broke her taillight and planted pieces at the scene.
Mother, sons of bitch.
Wow.
As someone who has had evidence planted on him, I know how that feels. Yes,
I'm trying to tell you, like I felt that black anger right there when you reacted right there.
I did. I listen. I got some stories. I got a video that I had. The only reason I haven't posted it online is because I'm not wearing a mask in the video. It's got my actual face out. But like, I got this video of me getting pulled over by.
Tell me that was the reason. I can fix that, Hannibal. Send that shit.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about this though. Was the video, and you said you were going to edit the video out, but I get pulled over by the cops, and the cops pulled me out of the driver's window, like my whole body, and I'm not like a little guy. Like I'm 6'2", 240, 250 pounds, and they pulled my whole body out the top of the car.
Wearing that mask right there?
No, I was getting off of work. We had just had, I think I had just worked a Bette Midler concert, and then the very next night we had like Lady Gaga, and I was getting off of work. I got pulled over because one of my headlights wouldn't turn on.
A lot of white people.
Yeah. It was like an avocado convention was happening or something. Okay.
Yeah, you were supposed to be around a Bette Midler concert.
It was like a Trader Joe's Black Friday sale. She was crazy.
Gary's gonna.
I got one more. Dave Matthews concert. Okay, and it was like it was very white, and I get pulled over a bunch of. You know what? I'll tell you that story another day. But yeah, I have had evidence planted on me before.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
and look, and I've beaten it a bunch of times. You know what the worst thing was going to court. Wait, real quick. I got taken to court. I got sued on my birthday, on my 30th birthday, for $50,000. And during this case, it came out that the arresting officer had falsified and planted a bunch of evidence on me. We proved that the evidence was falsified, and nothing happened to the Victor Hill. Okay, is the name of the officer? His name is Victor fucking Hill.
You ain't got to say his name.
Yeah, I'm saying his whole name. Victor Hill planted evidence on me, and they did nothing to this man.
Dude,
Victor's gonna come after me. Victor, I don't know what's up.
I love this because the two of you guys and the chat can absolutely attest to this. The two of you guys haven't even begun to get pissed off yet. You guys are about to get so angry once you learn all of this shit and how this investigation was conducted. You guys are gonna get so fucking.
What I'm getting so far is
what they've done to Turtle Boy. You will piss you guys off to no end.
Like what I've got so far is Karen may indeed have been a Karen, but not a murderer. And I'm for standing up for that. Like, no, let's not pin murder on her. All that needed to happen was a breakup after this night.
Right.
That's what I'm getting.
And when you see the text messages between the two of them, John was kind of being a dick.
Yeah. No, I can see that. He probably was. I can see both of these people were being shit to each other this night. I see that.
Well, later, but I kind of feel for Karen, because when you see the text messages leading up to them actually going out, and they had a nice time when they were out. You see them on the security footage, and they are hugging, and they're having a nice time. And then it's crazy.
Yeah. But it ain't always what it is on the surface, y'all. Like, any of y'all that's a Friday fan, go back and watch when Craig's girl is yelling at him on the phone. There's a whole nother nigga sleeping next to her. She ain't innocent.
Let's keep going with this one.
Yeah.
Here we go. Playback speed. Here we go.
Black blob that they saw on the yard. This is amazing. So no one sees him before the murder, and no one sees him after the murder. How is that possible? How does that make sense? Mm-hmm. It's hard, right? Now, you have to keep this all in context again, right? It's a trial. The defense doesn't have to prove anything. Prosecution has to carry their burden and prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. Defense doesn't have to do anything. But, they're saying something else happened here, so they got to give us something, right? So
do they?
What are they giving us through the cross-examination? What is the prosecution giving us during the direct examination? Who can this jury trust?
Wait,
you got a lot of witnesses testifying.
Pause real quick.
Okay.
About what they saw, and a lot of them testify about
Is he saying that the defense has to give them something?
Right.
That's bullshit.
No, I know.
And all you have to do is prove I didn't do the shit. I don't know what happened. I'm not a detective. Exactly. I didn't do the shit. The defense don't have to give you shit.
The defense, the burden of proof is on the prosecution.
Yes, the defense has to prove I didn't do this.
The prosecution in this case basically played defense for the people inside 34 Fairview that night.
Wow.
Basically.
This dude's dumb.
If we watch the trial,
what the fuck this is?
I recommend that you guys just, when you get time, watch at least highlights of the trial.
No, I'll sit and watch the trial. I'll put it on when I'm done with Silo. I'm gonna sit and watch through this trial.
Oh, god damn it! I told you not to get started down Silo, man, and you doing it anyway.
I watched Penguin today though. But anyway,
I have to catch up on all that. I only watched the first episode, so I'm looking forward to that.
Man, you gonna listen? Penguin is basically Game of Thrones mixed with The Sopranos.
All right, I'm cutting you off right now.
And the common denominator in all of that is the victim in the case, John O'Keefe. More compelling testimony today inside that courtroom. Let me bring in Court TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson, joining us live from outside the courthouse in Dedham, Massachusetts. All right, it can get a little confusing. All these people, because it's very busy. A lot of potential witnesses.
I wanted to ask you this question earlier, and while we're watching this now, I wanted to just get your insight. You had said in the beginning before we started watching this that you didn't necessarily want us to watch this recap because Court TV is kind of trash. Can you expound a little bit more on that, specifically as it relates to this case?
Well, Court TV has been very biased. Like the thing is that the evidence in this case is so overwhelming to her innocence that it's insane that Court TV would spin a narrative that she's guilty. And there's someone named Julie Grant who talks about this case a lot, and she's awful. And she spins the narrative and tweets a lot of really shitty things, really about Karen Reed being guilty, and she's just not. And they're not unbiased at all. And Vinny tries to be, but the problem with this case, and the way Vinny's looking at it, in his defense, he feels like, I'm just being unbiased, and I'm looking at everything. But the problem is that the case is so clearly that she's innocent that you sound stupid when you're up there playing both sides.
Yeah, you can't also be
defense writing.
Yeah, you can't also be hosting a court TV show
Right.
and saying that the defense
Right.
owes you some alternative.
Mhm.
Nigga,
You know
sit
what I
the
love
fuck
about
down.
that is I think I made that point the last time I went over this video. When I
Yeah.
watched this video before, I think I said the same thing.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. You
I was
don't.
like, how the fuck are you on court TV,
Yeah.
and you don't understand about the burden of proof, bro?
Yeah,
What are
you just discredited yourself. I don't trust a word this fucker says. Not a word.
I mean, yeah, like listen,
a lot of people
you
are
wouldn't be
taking a
able to do
stand.
that shit
Let's
twice.
talk about Julie Nagel's brother. And again, Julie Nagel is significant because she's the one who may have seen John O'Keefe. She says she saw a black blob on the front.
Yeah, Julie Nagel was at the party. Now her brother came over to the house, and his witness statement is interesting. Here, let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick.
Misty in the chat says the FBI tried to stop the case.
Okay.
What the fuck?
No, the FBI, that's different. The FBI situation is totally different. That's another mind-blowing situation here.
Okay.
Which you guys are gonna love. But hold on, let me see. Witness list. No, not witness list. Documents.
Have Will play the Yannetti opening statement. It's mind-blowing. Okay.
Okay.
If we get to it, if carve out the time, I would like I want to know who Yannetti is and what the opening statement
however
was.
long we're going, like wherever we stop, we got to do a part 2 of this if we don't get through it.
I'm already thinking about a way for us to do a Hannibal Monty version of this featuring the Glairer, and then we can talk about this. You know, I'm in my head. I'm putting music videos together, Monty. I want you to know. So I'm putting some stuff. So like there may be a song that comes from this.
Yeah,
All
this
right,
is.
all right.
I'm telling you. Now when they're out looking for John, Kerry Roberts, Jen McCabe, and Karen Reed, and then they find John in front of 34 Fairview Road, laying in the snow. Karen jumps out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Karen jumps out of the car. I was the first one to play this. Somebody sent it to me, but I was the first YouTuber to cover it.
Okay.
And Karen jumps out of the car to go help John and give him CPR. Jen McCabe calls 911.
Okay.
All
right.
Now, what you're listening to is even better than that because you're only hearing the one side. You're only hearing Jen McCabe. And the reason why you're only hearing that is because Karen Reed was trying to call John's phone while she was in the car. She sees John laying in the snow. She drops her phone. John's voicemail picks up Jen McCabe calling 911. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Right. You can hear her saying Karen, or Carrie. But that's Karen Reed yelling.
Yes, I need someone to come to 34 Fairview Road, Vietnam. There's a man passed out in the snow.
Okay. Take note of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a man passed out in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. She knows his name. She knows he's a police officer. Why wouldn't she? There's no sense of urgency here at all. As a matter of fact, she's the one that he was texting with. She's his friend, supposedly, right?
Yeah.
And what time of morning is this that this is happening?
6 a.m.
Okay.
And she was texting him directions too, right?
And she had looked up on
like,
on
it was
her phone.
like 12 at night when she was texting him directions. Okay.
Yeah.
And the real driveway yell. Thank you. She was the one. Yeah. So that was like at 12, and then Karen Reed drops him off, waits for him, then leaves, according to Karen Reed, and then now the thing is then there's a search at 2:27 a.m. of how long to die in cold. Hos long to die in cold because she misspelled it. It's HOS of HOW. She put. I need to. Is that you, Monty? Live art?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Oh, okay, cool. No.
Don't give Monty a wrench, because I learned a long time ago no one man should have all that power.
You know what, Hannibal? Can we boot Hannibal? Like, you can boot people.
You know what? Listen, if anything is just like, do you want this? You know what? He gets every time. You know why he's got all those grays in his beard? Every time we catch this nigga lying, he gets another gray in his fucking beard. That's why his beard is all that gray in it right now.
Let's just boot Hannibal, and me and you can figure out what actually happened, McGlare. We can
get rid of you. Listen, you can get, like, first off, you can talk to somebody who doesn't need to see pictures of the victims in order to be able to enjoy the story. He's like a child. He's like we
haven't even done that either. Cherry, I'm gonna need pictures of John O'Keefe as well.
Hannibal, look, we'll still stay friends. I'm gonna get my phone and text you while me and the Glare figure this out.
I need pictures of John O'Keefe's injuries as well. Jerry, please.
This dude, man, I don't need it. With friends like him, boy, I tell you.
All right, here we go. So 227, she allegedly makes this Google search according to Celebrite data
to see how long it takes for a body to
die in the cold.
Right.
John O'Keefe's cause of death was initially blunt force trauma to the head and hypothermia.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Right.
God damn.
So did they find a weapon? Or no. Okay.
No. The only weapon that's even being in question right now is
the car
vehicle.
But then that seems like that would be very easy to disprove, right? Because then, like, if his head had hit the car, then there would be some evidence on the car that suggests that his head specifically. Wait,
there would be some head meat on the bumper, right?
That's
what part of the head was the damage done to? The front, back?
His head never hit the car.
Oh, okay.
His head never hit the car.
Did they say
he has no injuries? He has no injuries from the neck down, except for on his arm. And I'm going to show you what those injuries look like.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So how do you get hit by an SUV in reverse? Get hit with the back of an SUV and not sustain so much as even a bruise on your body?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Karen is innocent as fuck.
Right. Yeah. And that's not even all of it. That's not even all of it. Oh, Joe Flipper had just sent them to me on. Okay, I hope Cherry. Cherry, you don't have to worry about it. Thank you.
No broken bones except for skull fractures. Janine Camper says. Okay.
Now let's go over this, and I'll go over the injuries. I'll show you the injuries as soon as we finish with this time.
Unless Karen is an X-Man, she didn't do this shit.
Of her lack of urgency. And you have to listen real carefully to what she's saying, because it's hard. Again, it's his voicemail. That's why it's so grainy.
Yeah.
It's his voicemail that picked up her saying this thing.
Oh, so this is his voicemail catching the recording of
catching Jen McCabe in the car, because Karen Reed's phone is in the car. She dropped her phone, and and John's voicemail picked up and recorded what was happening inside the car while she was outside trying to save John's life.
What the fuck, man? But when these motherfuckers want to put a case on your ass, they will just make it. Okay, hit play. I want to hear the rest of this. I want to hear the rest of this.
You know what? Right. I'm feeling vindicated that even Karens can get it, bro.
Right.
Oh yeah. Listen, okay. Ain't nobody safe in this justice. Thank you. Man, drop one clue for yes. Okay, yes. Nobody safe in this justice system.
It ain't just us. Even Karens can get it. All right. I see you, Karen. I see you. Call the manager, Karen, because they being foul. Call the manager.
Listen, when they falsified charges on white ladies, boys, y'all know it's the end of days now. Okay, this is some bullshit right here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, all right, but
when I said anybody could get it, I didn't know it would be you.
No, let's listen at the rest of this. I want to hear the rest of this audio because I want to turn my mic my volume up so I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. I think he's dead. Or like, okay. I know. Where are the blankets? I don't see blankets, Harry.
Now, another thing that you have to note here is, oh, my bad. One thing that you have to note here is they are in front of her sister's house. The woman on the phone with 911, it's her sister's house. Why hasn't she knocked on the door? Why didn't she run to the door and go, holy shit, come help?
Yeah.
The guy is a cop. He's a Boston cop. He's a first responder. He could help save his life.
Yeah.
Why hasn't she knocked on the door?
Oh, these sons of bitches. Oh.
Yeah.
This is sounding like, okay, all right, this sound like everybody in that party knows what the fuck happened to this shit. And they were just like, yeah.
It sounds like, right?
It sounds like a bunch of people that was just like, you know what? I don't like Karen. This was her fault. We all decided that this was her fault.
Well, they don't know her. They don't give a shit about her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So did Jennifer McCabe, did she know Karen before that night?
Oh, these are really blurry. Why are these so blurry, Cherry?
I promise you she knew Karen, because Karen was like, Karen was on some who is this bitch shit. I hear that in her voice.
Exactly.
They knew each other.
Right.
That shit is evident. But that ain't murderous.
Right. Now, okay.
So trust me, I have heard who is this bitch, and that bitch will go after that bitch. You got to go, whoa, it was me.
You can't even knock on the door and ask for blankets. You're looking for blankets in this girl's car, but you can't knock on the door to your sister and say, hey, this dude is dying on the lawn. Can you fucking help?
Yeah.
She doesn't do that.
Is this okay? No, go ahead. Hit play. I want to hear the rest of it. I want to hear this.
Now, there's a lot of chatter. You hear Karen yelling in the background too, and it's hard to make out what she says here. Now, Cherry pulled this from Masshole Mafia, so I'm wondering if it was removed. But there's whispering that takes place at the end of this.
Okay.
Now, you hear her say, "Are you coming outside?" If you're wearing headphones, I don't mind died, so I can't hear it right now. But you can hear them say, you can hear her say, "Are you coming out?" Now, I'm not a religious guy, but I do believe in intelligent design, and there's got to be some sort of God. I believe that. And
fair. All right.
And
we're not here to have that discussion, but keep going.
I think that it's nothing else other than, whatever version of divine intervention you want to call it, that John O'Keefe, of all people, his voicemail is what picked up that recording.
Yeah. No, it's pretty fucking great.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I mean,
no, I hear you.
That are incredible because the call log states that Jennifer McCabe called her sister right after that 911 call. They both testified in court that they didn't speak to each other.
Oh, this bitch.
But right now, Jen McCabe.
I don't like Jennifer McCabe. I do not like her
very careful. Nobody likes Jennifer McCabe.
I do not like this bitch.
And everything I'm stating is fact. You can find it out. I mean, it's all in that spreadsheet. Everything's in there. Everything. I'm not making. I do not.
Oh, I'm gonna dig into
not
this.
dealing rumor, my friends.
It's
Ever.
gonna stay open on this monitor. I'm gonna dig into all that shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jennifer McCabe.
John is 46 years old.
Now she knows how old he is.
Yeah.
46 years old.
Yeah. It's just some guy that's passed out. Like, say his name.
Say he's a Boston cop.
Yeah.
And
say, hey, there's an officer that is passed out in front of my sister's house, right? He is unconscious in the snow, and we don't know how long he's been out here.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. He got out of the car, and it could be an hour. If he's Carrie, I don't know.
And is that Karen freaking out in the background?
Yes.
Yeah. That is Karen freaking out in the background.
She was covered in bodily fluids and blood from CPR.
Karen didn't murder shit.
Right. Nobody does that. Now, I talked to these LV cops. There's this other channel, these Las Vegas cops. They started talking about this case. Mm-hmm. And we were talking in person. We met this weekend. They're awesome dudes. Mm-hmm. And we were talking, and they were saying, yeah, that's so personal. Like when it's the grossest thing in the world. Like when you're doing CPR on someone with those kind of injuries, you're going to get bile, you're going to get all kinds of things. And only someone who is genuinely concerned about losing this person is going to put themselves through that, trying to save their life.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, I've seen it. These cops are like, this is what I've seen over the years of me being a cop,
Yeah. Karen's pissed off, and she was going to Karen out on him. And when he broke up with her, she was going to craze out and go after him for another 3 months. Not to kill him, but to get him back.
That's what you think?
Yeah, she didn't try to kill him.
Yeah, she definitely didn't kill him. Like there's no way that, like, if you get hit by a car, as somebody who's been hit by a car before, just like, you get hit by a car, there's a whole lot of damage that gets done to you. Yeah. Scrapes, cuts, bruises, the whole nine.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, I have dated this Karen before. That's what she does.
Oh yeah, you totally did. You did. That's right.
She ain't gonna kill you.
Like you know that crazy bitch from Gone Girl, Blair.
Yeah.
The crazy bitch from Gone Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Monty's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, me and Hannibal just call her Big Red when we're live.
Oh yeah. I've dated like 4 of them.
Probably call her Little Red because
that's your version of Gatani.
Yeah,
that's the Turtle Boy version of that.
Yeah. That woman would have never murdered me. She would have never murdered me. Destroyed my reputation all day, every day.
Yeah, because she can't murder him because she still wants him, but she would definitely be like, no, I want to make your life as difficult as possible. Yeah. But like, just the idea that, like, if they were saying that she backed up into him, like she purposefully used her vehicle to hit him with her, right, to injure him, and this would cause the injury. This would cause his death. But the blunt force trauma to his head is not corroborated in any physical way on her vehicle. Right. And they still pressed the charges on her anyway and followed through with the trial.
They found a hair on his bumper or something like that. I'm like, it's his girlfriend's car.
Right. Like, that doesn't mean anything.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't fucking help her with groceries at any point. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, there's no blood, So, but here, let's finish. Tell me if you can hear, because she also at one point, I just can't hear because I'm not wearing headphones and I can't see the subtitles aren't very good, but She also at one point tells the 911 operator, you can hear that in the actual 911 call.
Can we hear that 911 call?
Yeah.
When you get a chance, you got my full attention now. I am into this shit. Like I feel like my night is going to be just going down the rabbit hole of this case now.
It's I'm telling you. Is it what let's say I think he's deceased. I think he's dead. Like, how would you know that? And then at another point, she says something about that he's probably been out there a few hours. How would you know that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jen needs to sit the fuck down. Oh, she needs to sit all the way the fuck down.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then we're hearing the windshield wipers on the car. That was the sound that we were hearing?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. All right, so let's do this now. Trigger warning for anybody, but we're gonna see some post-mortem pictures of John O'Keefe's injuries.
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay. I'm here for, or not here for it in that sense, but all right, we can do this.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm already getting ideas, Monty.
All right.
So this is right here. The back of his head is one of the causes of death, along with the hypothermia.
Okay.
And you see he has two black eyes. Now they explain that you can get that from this head trauma.
Yeah.
So
you can get that from a lot of stuff too. Yeah.
And there's significant bruising here on his hand, which is interesting.
Yeah. I'm looking at those arms though. That ain't from getting hit by a car.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like to you?
Fuck. I can't even tell. The closest I'd say is he was close to an explosion, or a fight.
I don't know. I don't even want to speculate.
Defensive wounds, maybe.
Did you
that
say
part of
did
the
you
arm?
say a
Defensive
bite?
wounds. No, I'd say a fight.
Okay.
Because I don't see teeth.
I mean, no, because that could, I don't know.
Oh, could be dog. I saw in the chat somebody said dog bites. That could be a dog.
Yeah, that could definitely be an animal attack.
Yeah,
I mean, because then when you look at the spacing of the slashes, right?
Yeah, I didn't think dog.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It could look like an animal. Okay, so he got attacked by an animal, and then they put his body in the
tail light hit him.
You say what does it look like?
Does it look like a tail light?
Son of a fuck! No. Oh, Jim McCabe. That's who did this shit. Oh, this bitch.
Monty. First off, Monty, can we get some time? Wait, before don't like we don't know enough. We don't know. No, they might know, but we don't know that.
Damn it! Look, what I'm seeing. If this is a dog attack,
I don't know to this day who actually killed John O'Keefe.
With what I got, Jim McCabe did this shit.
All I know is it happened inside that house.
Yeah.
And Karen Reed did not do it. That's all I know. But I don't know who. But I don't think that Jen McCabe did it. We'll get to that. But I definitely
if that's a dog attack.
She's definitely covering it up.
Yeah, if that's a dog attack and the head injury and he died, put that nigga in the snow and pretend that fucking Karen did it because Karen's a bitch. We all know Karen's a bitch. Karen's a bitch. We'll be honest. Karen, you're a bitch. But you didn't do this.
He's actually not.
Okay. Well, from what I'm seeing, that's what I get. I don't know you, Karen. I don't know you, Karen.
Listen, Monty. I don't think that she's a bitch. Like she was getting cheated on, and like she was getting cheated on. She gave the nigga a second chance, and then he was like, okay, baby, I promise you, I'm gonna do right. And then he goes to this party, then has her drop him off at a party to fuck another bitch. Okay,
we don't know that he did that though. I haven't seen that yet. Okay. That's why I'm like,
okay,
this seems irrational. But
okay,
I don't know. I don't know the whole story right now.
Which is what I'm trying to say is that we don't have enough information. Monty,
I'm saying what I'm looking at here is it looks like motherfucker died somewhere else. They put him in the snow and said this bitch did it.
Right. Yeah, that part. Like it seems like there's more than enough evidence here to exonerate Karen from this case, but the police are still very much being like, no, we're gonna pursue her with this case, and I want to know more about that part of it, right? Like you make her the scapegoat, but then also don't have enough evidence, but then you try to plant evidence. Okay, I want to know, I want to know the how the Turtle Boy witness intimidation charges.
You know what I'm more pissed off? I'm pissed off. Y'all got me defending Karen over here. Karen should have been the one to do it. God damn it! I'm defending Karen.
Right. It's frustrating. It is frustrating that someone's being prosecuted, but it's the wrong person. So this man's not getting justice.
Yeah.
And the more effort they put into trying to prosecute her, the less chance of getting actual justice for this police officer is going to happen. So, yeah. So
if y'all love Karen, give Karen my number. Karen, come talk to me.
Monty, okay, listen.
I'm sorry. I went too far.
Karen Reed is actually like the opposite of what I would describe as a Karen. She's like super laid back, really chill. Like she's got like rusty bitch face in the courtroom a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But how would you look if you were facing everyone who's actually trying to railroad you?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So she's fierce. Make no mistake about that. But I would not refer to her as a bitch. Jen McCabe, I would call it definitely a bitch. Jen McCabe's terrible.
Fuck Jen McCabe. Jen.
But Karen Reed is actually incredibly calm like when you consider what she's going through. She's incredibly classy about it.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Yeah. This is look like you said. You know, obviously, I am not a forensic analyst in any capacity. I've never worked as a coroner. And I haven't seen enough dead bodies to be able to tell you what's going on here. But what I can tell you, looking at him, is didn't no damn SUV do this shit to him.
No. That is not from an SUV.
As somebody who has hit many people with my SUV, I can tell you this not what happened.
Losing his shit.
Yeah. So the accident reconstructionist guy, quite literally, and possibly the dumbest guy that I've ever seen speak out loud in a courtroom. His name was Trooper Paul, and his theory was that Karen Reed backed into John O'Keefe at 27 miles per hour or something like that, 24 miles per hour, I think it was. Backed into him and clipped with her taillight his arm, which caused those injuries.
Not
into a spin and lands 10 feet into the yard.
Nope. That's not how that happens at all.
That's not how that happens at all.
No. I had a homeless dude walk into my car as I was driving away from Popeyes, and I hit him going like 5 miles an hour. Okay, and no, that is not what happens.
I got hit and dragged by a car by Little Red, who we were talking about before, and I didn't have that on my arm. I had cuts all over my legs.
No, and the injury to the back of his head is because the ground was cold from the snow.
Nope. Bullshit. This bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker really is pissing on your head trying to tell you it's rain, huh?
Nope.
Boy, they're trying it.
Nope.
And I have to tell you guys this again. You haven't even begun to get pissed off yet. You're already pissed off, but you're not really pissed off yet because this is it gets more interesting. So, okay, I'm getting a lot of requests for this, so this is for the audience too. Let's do this real quick. We'll run this.
The glare does not have pants on. None of us have pants on right now.
I got pants on. What the fuck y'all talking about? Okay.
Oh, just me? Just
right.
me? Okay. It's just me.
Yeah, Monty does not believe in pants. Like, Monty's one of them guys, like, if he could just be naked all the time, he would just be naked all the time.
Better way to go.
All right. They don't call him the pumpkin spice panty dropper for nothing, okay? I'm trying to let y'all know.
All right, well, fine.
Which one is it called? Not Pin It on the Girl.
That man has had sex with more white ladies than John Mayer, okay?
I haven't heard that one yet. I was trying to write something. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Just trying to say, you gotta type. That's all I'm saying. Ladies.
Now, real quick, let me do this real quick. I gotta ask the chat. What's the name of the microdots video you guys are like annoying Cherry that you want me
listen, I have seen many times in the chat about this microdots video.
Yeah, no, microdots is awesome. Microdots is amazing. We are gonna watch a microdots video, so everybody can shut the fuck up.
Keep seeing that.
And we will get to it, but first I have to do something. I have to do something else. I have to show you guys Plevin's theory here on how things his brilliant reconstruction of the accident. I have to show you guys this.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love this because
I'm here for it.
It's just fantastic. Hold on. All right. Hold on. We got to do it right, though.
No.
No. There needs to be more. If that's what happened, like he walks out, here's what has to happen.
Oh, look, a glass. I'm going to come pick it up.
Yeah. And then wham! And then that glass needs to fly up and hit the ground where he rolls.
It's not even the right side.
And he rolls into the glass, and that's the cuts on the arm.
No, that's ridiculous.
It's not even the right. It's not even the right side of the car. So it's not even the right side of the car.
It's so okay. Like her defense team, her investigators, they look at the evidence. They're like, okay, they're saying that you used this car in this vehicular homicide, right? This intentional vehicular homicide.
Yeah.
And then they search they look at the car. There's no evidence that this thing happened.
Well, they found glass supposedly. So that's why he put the glass there for his little theory. So they found,
was it glass from the car or just glass from something else?
Glass from a drink that he had at the Waterfall Bar and Grill that he
first off, oh fuck. First off, they don't let you leave the bar with glass.
Well, maybe they wait. Do they let you do that in Boston?
I mean, it depends on the bar. I've been cool with certain bars where they're like, yeah, man, just take the fucking drink.
I mean, you guys got to understand. We are from New Orleans, Louisiana, where
they'll let you leave the bar, but you ain't taking a glass. Put it in a plastic cup if you're going.
Right. Well, right.
I mean, it could be white privilege. Maybe you guys just, Maybe just let white people do it. I don't know.
And also, he is a cop, right? He's an officer of the law. Sometimes they give them some extra liberties, right?
No, you're right. The establishment is not legally allowed to let you leave with the drink. They're not supposed to do that.
But I guess what I'm saying though is like her car physically had no evidence that she was there any evidence on her actual car that she may have hit him with the car? Like that is in conjunction with the evidence they're trying to say that she has, like the damage that was done to this man's body.
So right, that's
you
really
had
funny.
to say, "Hey, baby, something's wrong with your bumper. Let me look at it." Wham!
But then even if he was inspecting the bumper, right? Like if he was right on the bumper and then she immediately like floored the gas, right? That wouldn't have killed him. That would have hurt him. She might have run him over, but that's not what they're alleging here.
Yeah, there would have been some rib injuries or some shit.
It wouldn't have clipped him to where he would have
thrown
back 10 feet. He would have gotten some sort of road rash. If he was hit by that SUV, he would not have flown back 10 feet, landed in the grass with no bruises, no bodily injury. There's no way you would have obtained those injuries from a taillight breaking on your arm. Because what did it do? Did it just sit there and keep scratching them? Well, I mean, that's insane. There's no, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So
can we hear the Jen McCabe 911 call?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I would very much like to hear what the 911 like. I mean, I know we heard it from.
I was going to go over something else. Oh yeah, the microdots. What's the name of the microdots video?
What's the name of the microdots video, everybody?
Yes.
Also, once again, if you guys haven't already, click the like button, click the share button, click the subscribe button. Hannibal and Monty are hanging out with the Glare, but this time we're hanging out with the Glare on the Glare's channel. Right,
man.
As opposed to Glare hanging out with our channel.
Here's what I need y'all to do. For the next week, I want y'all to every day tell the Glare how much you love Hannibal and Monty. There you go.
I was gonna say, like, like for the next
why
few
you
days,
like and subscribe to his shit.
You guys should tell the Glare that you would like to see the Glare and Hannibal do a show as opposed to Hannibal and Monty do a show. We need to get the Monty out. Hashtag no more Monty.
You know what? Tomorrow we're running a poll on our channel as to who gets booted out for the Glare to take over the channel.
Yeah, whose spot can the Glare take, Hannibal or Monty?
Yes. That poll will be up tomorrow.
I couldn't do it. I need to be with the both.
Oh, it's too late, dude. That's just what you do now.
It's too late.
The Glare's busy every Wednesday from now on, y'all. I'm sorry.
Listen, all you got to do, man, is when you come to the cookout, just don't put no fruit in the potato salad. You good to go, man. we listen. We don't got a lot of rules, okay?
I just never put fruit in a potato salad. All right. Here we go. So Cherry says, Monty, I have the perfect woman for you. Take one for the team, dude. Hit me up. She's a judge.
What?
Yes.
Who are we talking about? What?
Monty, he will curl on toes.
I'll allow it.
Who's toes? What? Wait, what?
No, don't do that. Don't act all besmudging right now. Don't act all right now.
But smudging, I can make up words too. Flobendorf.
Brian Albert, here's another fun fact. Brian Albert, the owner at the time of 34 Fairview Road.
Yeah.
His brother, Chris Albert, who sits on the Canton Select Board. Now, we haven't even gotten into the details of the investigation and how it was conducted, like how they handled the crime scene. Like, we haven't even gotten into that. So the thing about Chris Albert, though, is Chris Albert, he's a Canton selectman, very powerful in the town of Canton. But he killed a man with his vehicle back in the early 2000s. And his lawyer was, wait for it, the judge presiding over Karen Reed's case's brother.
What was the case on her brother?
It was in the 90s. You're right. It was 92. It was a long time ago. I mean, yeah, he vehicular homicide. He didn't even turn himself in. He turned himself in like later or something. I mean, he went to jail. He went to prison for it, or he served some time for it. I think. I can't remember, but how? I think I don't remember.
Was it a guilty plea or a no contest plea?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But he essentially he didn't fight it and just went to jail.
He got 6 months.
He got
6 months for for vehicular homicide. I mean, like you were drunk and you killed the guy, dude. You got 6 months.
I know a guy who got 5 years for that. That was like, and it was he ran a stop sign and ran into the back of somebody's minivan, and then somebody died, and he did an automatic 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So he only did 6 months, and
shit.
And his lawyer is the brother of the judge residing over the Karen Reed case.
Nope, this is bullshit. Bullshit.
How the fuck? Like this some old antebellum South shit right here. It's just like this some old fucking. You get like in Monty and I we often tell people we have been born and raised in the South, in the American South, and we have learned, as most black folks in the South know,
like he left.
Yeah, like we learned a long time ago. There are certain places in the South that you are okay to drive in, and there's certain places that you need to shut the fuck up, do the speed limit, and get out of that place as efficiently and as quietly as possible. Yeah. Right. And because in those small towns, like looking at you, Beaumont, Texas, right? Yep. Like in those spaces, like that like the cops and the judges and the DAs, they're all friends, they're all cousins, they hang out together and shit. So it's like if you catch a case, you going to jail, like you going to prison.
Yeah, they gonna get you.
Wild.
Yeah,
they gonna get you.
Yeah, see, he flew 30. The glass found isn't same as the bar.
We've only gotten the tip of this.
So
Blair hit us with just the tip. He brought us in and said, just a tip, guys. And we said, okay.
just a little Astroglide applied here. That's all.
All right. So here's the 911 calls.
Okay.
Murder trial heard 911 calls from the morning that her police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, was found dead. Reed is accused of hitting O'Keefe with her SUV in 2022, leaving him to die in the snow. New at 6, WBZ's Christina Rex spoke to Reed about listening to those 911 calls.
You've got to get here, okay?
Okay. Emotional moments inside court as the O'Keefe family listens to the 911 call from the early morning hours of January 29th, 2022. That call came from Jennifer McCabe when she, Karen Reed, and Kerry Roberts found John O'Keefe's body outside 34 Fairview Road in Canton. In the background, you can hear Karen screaming.
And who's that in the background? Is that someone related?
Okay, that's his girlfriend. No, I think she's passed away.
Testimony revealed that Karen Reed became suicidal.
Wow.
Hours that followed, her father called police on her.
Threats to take her own life.
Karen.
Now, how in the fuck would Jen McCabe know to tell that to the 911 caller? She didn't even get out of the car.
Yeah.
She didn't know where he was. She didn't know anything. Why would she know that she thinks? What do you mean? You think he's dead?
I think he's passed.
Yeah, I think you killed her, Jen. Fuck you, Jen.
Right. So basically, what that tells me, right, is she failed to tell. Because let's look at the facts here. She failed to tell them that he was a Boston police officer. She said he was passed out in the snow. She said that he might have been there a few hours or something to that effect, and then says that and doesn't identify him as a police officer, but knows his age, and then says that she thinks that he's passed away. Now, why would you think that? And you never even knocked on the door to try to help. There's no sense of urgency coming from you to do anything.
Right.
You're actually, if you look at all of those things, it could be argued that she was trying to avoid his life being saved.
Yeah.
He was trying to detour any life-saving measures from taking place.
Yeah, because he's going to say who killed him before any of this shit happened.
Right. She's saying before they even get a medical professional out there, before she even gets a good fucking look at him, because she never even gets out of the fucking car and there's a blizzard going on, she thinks he's dead.
Yeah, she don't want him to be mumbles from Dick Tracy. Berber did it. Berber did it.
So
wait, I want to hear more. Wait, did you just make a Dick Tracy reference?
Yes, I made a Dick Tracy reference.
Lame.
Berber did it.
Lame.
That movie's kind of underrated, man. That had a great cast.
No. That movie had a great cast. It is not underrated. It's not a good movie. It's a fun movie, but it is not a good movie. We watched it recently. The Glare.
I need to watch it again. I haven't watched it in like 20 years at least.
Yeah, watch it again. It's not amazing. You know?
I wasn't impressed with it when I saw it. Like as far as story, I mean, I was already old enough to know what a good movie was.
Yeah, same. There it is. Same thing. Clip that part out and give me that.
What would it like for you to hear those 911 calls?
I've heard those many times too, Christine. Okay. They're not easy, but they're revealing.
Monday's witnesses focused mostly on an unusual and challenging police investigation in tough weather.
Okay, so this happened.
They're using leaf blowers to try to melt the snow.
The police department's idea of preserving evidence is using a leaf blower to blow fucking snow and pretty much anything else that's laying there all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
They basically was like they needed some inefficient cops to destroy a crime scene.
They also collected blood samples out of the snow and put them in red Solo cups from a neighbor.
Wait, Solo cups? No.
Oh, that.
And then place those Solo cups in Stop and Shop bags, in grocery bags, paper grocery bags. Because the Canton Police Department apparently doesn't have evidence bags, but they also want $200,000 for a new kitchen from the Canton taxpayer.
What the fuck? Oh,
That's old.
Nope, y'all. They can all fuck off. All of
them. There's more.
Officers blowing the snow off of possible blood evidence, then collecting it in a neighbor's borrowed Solo cup and transporting it in a Stop and Shop bag. Also,
get the fuck out of here. Wait, pause it. What type of Bush League shit is this?
Oh, this is the guy right here. This is Gallagher. This guy's like a fucking cartoon character. Like, I swear to God, he is the most Barney Fife motherfucker I've ever seen in real life. Listen to what he says here.
Yeah.
That light was broken even more.
No.
And the afternoon ended with Canton.
Yeah, that guy. They didn't talk much about his. I saw her today.
Sergeant Michael Lank on the stand, but without the jury present. He was testifying to a previous relationship with the homeowners at Fairview Road. Now, it hasn't been decided yet whether or not that previous relationship will actually be admitted in front of the jury. We expect to find out tomorrow. In Dedham, Christina Rex, WBZ News.
All right, Christina, thank you.
Why wouldn't it be admitted to the jurors, though? Like, that seems like key fucking information.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about some of the corrupt cases that I've.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Evans.
I'm glad that this came up next. This is more on the evidence collection.
Prosecutor and the defense spent most of the morning analyzing the crime scene and quizzing the first responders who were there. And before the jury entered the room,
did they seriously show all that shit? Like
one witness of perjury, saying that it has evidence that a firefighter EMT who testified last week downplayed her connection to another witness in the case. So here is what she said during her testimony on Friday, and then what the defense says it has uncovered since then.
Do you know Caitlin Albert?
I do.
You're friends with Caitlin Albert?
I would say more acquaintances.
Okay, so this is
bullshit. Ooh, this bullshit right here.
This is an EMT. Let me give you guys some context here. This is an EMT that showed up at the scene, and she's testifying that she heard Karen Reed say, I hit him. But she is best friends, buddies with Caitlin Albert, the daughter of the owners of 34 Fairview, Brian and Nicole Albert. So that's her. And this, again, Turtle Boy is the one who uncovered this.
Okay.
Turtle Boy is the one who uncovered this, found all these fucking old photos of them like partying together and shit.
And like this man found this shit, was talking about it on YouTube, and then they put a case on his head, Monty.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. This
Turtle boy.
Not close friends.
Since Katie McLaughlin testified on Thursday and Friday.
That's David Yannetti. I saw him today too. He's so nice.
All right.
He's her defense attorney.
He's one of her defense attorneys. Yes.
Okay.
It's David Yannetti, Alan Jackson, and Eliza Little, and then a new guy that Judge Beverly Cannoni just approved today to join their team, because he's licensed in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So he's joined, but I forget his name. The chat probably knows it, but I forget his name. But he's he referred to him as the best trial lawyer he's seen in the country. So yeah. And it gets better. Like, we'll get more into that.
We received a deluge of photographs.
So it's David Yannetti, Alan Jackson, Eliza Little, and then this new person, but I'm not sure what his name is.
That put her with Caitlin
Alessi, Robert Alessi. Okay.
Albert on many different occasions after they graduated high school. We received information from their high school yearbook that they were more than just acquaintances in high school. They were teammates on the track team. And even after I sent that email with the photographs that I attached to it, late last night, we received another photo where Katie McLaughlin and Caitlin Albert are standing next to each other in a photo at a baby shower in June of 2021, about 8 months before.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. So there are other pieces of evidence, I'm guessing, that show how close the relationship was between Katie McLaughlin and the EMT girl and is it Katie McLaughlin or Katie Albertson?
Jennifer McCabe? Is that what we're talking about?
I'm see now. Okay, listen. I'm getting my eggshell in my tote. You know, I'm mixing up my whites. I need some help.
All right, let's.
Yeah.
This will explain a lot.
Okay. All right.
Opening statement, but I'm going to play it at fast speed, and this might be the only thing that we have time to go over.
Okay.
So we'll have to do this again.
Yeah, listen. Set it up, okay? Because you can't fucking like this.
Yes,
you know.
Yes.
This is like watching Game of Thrones, and it's like you did this the whole build up to Joffrey's wedding.
It's too insane to be unreal, but it's too insane.
Yeah,
to
this
be
has already gotten completely nuts.
It's too insane to be made up. Nobody can make this shit up. You know what I mean? But it's surreal. Like you can't believe it's happening. It doesn't seem real.
Karen Reed was framed. Her car never struck John O'Keefe. She did not cause his death. And that means that somebody else did. You will learn that it was no accident that John O'Keefe was found dead on the front lawn of 34 Fairview Road in Canton on January 29th of 2022. You will learn that at that address lived a well-known and well-connected law enforcement family in Canton, the Alberts. Because the Alberts were involved, and because they had close connections to the investigators in this case, Karen Reed was framed for a murder she did not commit. Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. As I previously told you, my name is David Yannetti. I'm an attorney with an office in Boston. Together with attorneys Alan Jackson and Elizabeth Little, it is truly my privilege and my honor to represent Karen Reed during this trial. From a very early juncture in this case, you will question the Commonwealth's theory of the case. You will question the quality of the Commonwealth's evidence. You will question the veracity of the Commonwealth's witnesses. And you will question their shoddy and biased investigation, a faulty investigation that led to Karen Reed sitting here today. You will learn, in short, that the police did no real investigation of this case, and you will question why. You'll question why the investigators had such tunnel vision. You'll question why they focused solely on Karen Reed, someone with no.
Now, what's really funny is this is fascinating to me because this is the first time I've ever listened to defense attorneys stand up there and not lie their asses off. Like they're actually telling the truth. It's the prosecution that's trying to deceive the jury.
Ties to the Canton Police Department, as opposed to the well-known and well-connected Albert family of Canton, a family that was never treated as suspects by the investigators in this case. Boston police officer John O'Keefe was found mortally injured on Brian Albert's front lawn. His body was in full view and almost right below Brian Albert's bedroom window on his front lawn. He was found wearing only one sneaker. You'll learn that Brian Albert was a Boston police officer as well, and that he was a trained first responder. Brian Albert was notified that another police officer was injured and unresponsive on his front lawn, and Brian Albert did nothing. His sister-in-law, Jennifer McCabe, and other civilians were on his property that morning after John O'Keefe's body was found. Police, EMTs, firefighters, police cruisers, and ambulance, fire truck, lights flashing, and first responder Brian Albert never came out of his house. Equally important for you will be the fact that the lead homicide investigators never went inside the Albert home that night.
Right. Okay.
So wait. Okay. So Brian Albert, after they found the body in front of his house,
there's a dying cop in the lawn. You've got ambulances, you've got cops, you've got people, you've got Karen screaming, and the Alberts claim that they slept through the entire thing.
Get the entire nope, motherfucker.
Right.
Oh, wait, the caucasity of it. These motherfuckers here, boy. They did.
Nope.
Right.
Just playing in your face right now. Yep. Just like this is the type of case where it sounds like they was trying to hide some other illegal shit they had going on while somebody was getting murdered out front.
Right.
And they were just like, listen,
nobody has any evidence of what that is. But I see that's a rabbit hole that I won't go down, because like I don't have any evidence of any of what they would be covering up or what the motive was. I don't really. The only person that seems to have had a motive is Brian Higgins, and we haven't even gotten into him yet. That's a whole nother. Yeah, that
is wild. That is insane. Like for this man to never come outside talking about we slept through it all. You lying son of a bitch.
Yep, right. That ain't true.
Right.
I was an overnight restaurant manager of there was once upon a time there was this late night Chinese restaurant downtown Atlanta called Chinese Buddha, and I was the overnight manager. I worked there for 3 years. I was the overnight manager for a year, and we had we always had like an officer that would be there from like midnight to 4 a.m. And there was this one particular officer that would love to show me his ability to notice everything in the room that nobody else notices. He would be like, yeah, you see that bulge in that guy's pocket? That's not a phone in his pocket. He's got a weapon on him. And then this person here is doing this. And you see the guy with the purple shirt? And he's like, I said, what guy with the purple shirt? So the guy over there, he just took the hoodie off, blah, blah. Like he would notice all this shit. And he loved to flex about how he would notice everything, how he was fucking like all he needed was a fucking violin so he could pretend to be Sherlock Holmes. Okay, this fucking guy loved being able to flex at how awesome his observation skills were. And you mean to tell me that this fucking cop slept through a friend of his getting murdered in his front house? Talking about, I didn't hear nothing. Fuck out it, just playing in our faces.
Follow this person, Olivia, who's in the chat. Follow her on Twitter. She's brilliant.
Bruh.
She breaks things down on this case.
They just playing in our faces, just like doing whatever they want. Just okay.
By Olivia Nile on Twitter.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm about to follow her from my ex account, Monty. Are you doing it, or you want me to do it?
No, you do it.
All right. What's her Twitter?
Olivia Lambo.
There we go.
Gotcha. Olivia Lambo.
Yeah, it should have like a picture of somebody looking at an event, like a game or something.
Olivia Lambo sounds like the name of a dope ass rapper. I'm gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
You got bars, Olivia? You got bars?
Yeah,
she does in her own way. That's for sure.
I spits hot fire. I got you. No, I am.
Sure, I do.
I am asking. Oh, and look, she got a new update right like 4 hours ago. After DA Michael Morrissey was exposed for using his personal email to conduct ex parte communications with sitting judges and court personnel on behalf of Jen McCabe and Chris Albert, it's now been revealed that Morrissey has his cell phone settings switched to auto delete. Get the entire. That's some guilty nigga shit to do. Bro, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
That was revealed in the hearing today. Yeah,
bro.
That I attended. It was that was revealed in the hearing today. I attended. Let's hear David Yannetti move on and explain this a little better.
Brian Albert's brother, Kevin Albert, is a Canton police officer. It was obvious very early on that the Canton police should not be investigating the death of a man found on the property of the brother of a Canton police officer. So it was decided from the start that the Massachusetts State Police should take complete control of this investigation because the Canton police.
I forgot to tell you that there's another Albert, Kevin Albert, who is the brother of Brian and Chris Albert, and he's a Canton police officer. And so Canton police had to recuse themselves from the case because they shouldn't have been involved at all because of a conflict of interest. But Kevin Albert and Chief Rafferty were at the Sally Port when they took Karen Reed's car in there.
Wow.
Why? You know, so because of the conflict of interest, the Canton police couldn't have been involved, but they were, just not officially. And then Massachusetts State Police always investigate murders. The Canton police don't actually investigate murders. But
all murders, all suspected murders are taken care of by the staties in Massachusetts.
Yes, at least in Canton. I'm not sure. I'm sure Boston police handle murder as well, but Canton's a small town.
Okay.
So yeah,
just fucked up over there. Like what?
So the Massachusetts State Police have all the lead investigators, and the lead investigators in that case are Michael Proctor, Brian Tully, Yuri Buchanan, and Brian Tully literally showed up to Turtle Boy's house when they arrested him.
Wow.
And took all his tech.
And real quick, has Turtle Boy been exonerated, or is his case still going on?
His case is still going on. Now, he's about to flip both his case and this case upside down. His defense is about to do that. It's going to be beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Like you're actually following this at a very exciting time.
Okay.
This what was I talking about just now? Oh, god damn. Oh well, I don't know. But
yeah, this is fucking nuts, dude.
Right. Yeah. So some of the same people, and they still haven't given back Turtle Boy's tech. Now, the interesting thing is that Brian Walsh guy who totally killed his wife. I'm sure he's guilty. Totally killed his wife. They took his devices and they gave it back to him within 24 hours. The guy who
get the fuck out, bro.
No.
What the fuck, bro? I was just
it was so funny because I was on Melanie Little's channel, and she's an attorney, and she's great. She covers this case, and she's really passionate about it. She does an amazing job. And she was covering this, and I was on her channel talking about it, and she's like, "Yeah, look at this." And then when we were going over the warrant thing for Brian Walsh, and she's like, "Yeah, they took Turtle Boy's tech and they still have it," and and I was like, "Does Turtle Boy this is going to be crazy for people to find this out,
Yeah.
And Turtle Boy's in the chat, and we go over that. Turtle Boy's in the chat, and he's like, "Don't tell me they gave him back his fucking tech." And then we read the part where it says, within 24 hours they gave it back to him. He like in the chat, he's like, "Fuck!" Like,
insane. Insane. I got sent to jail behind a seatbelt ticket one time. Okay.
Wow.
I went there. I beat this case. Understand, like Hannibal's like Snoop Dogg. I ain't got no charges on me, baby. Okay, it's like I've been arrested plenty of times. I ain't got no cases though.
Same here.
But like, I was like, okay, I need to make a phone call, and they only would let me make calls to people that had local Georgia numbers. So I know a bunch of people's numbers by heart, memorized. Like I know Monty's number, my production partners, Ace One, to Johnny Brasco, my girl. I know a bunch of numbers, but none of them got Georgia numbers. Yeah. Right. So I'm like, well, I need my phone so I can find a number to a local Georgia person that I can call to blah, blah, blah. They wouldn't let me get my phone for that.
Wow.
They wouldn't let me get my phone. That's why, Monty, when I got locked up in 2017, that's why it took you like 3 days to find out what the fuck happened to me.
I remember that. I remember telling the mongoose, I can't find Hannibal. He's just not. This is odd. He usually answers his phone or calls back.
Yeah. which I got to tell you how I got transferred from minimum security to maximum security because I pissed off the COs in the jail. So fun times. Fun stuff.
Yeah, fuck all of that.
That sounded good at the time. But you'll learn that two major problems arose.
Fucked up.
First, despite the fact that they obviously had a conflict of interest, the evidence will show that the Canton police still had their hands in this investigation. You will find it astounding. But Canton police officer Kevin Albert, the reason for the conflict of interest in the first place, was continually updated about the status of this investigation while it was going on.
Wow.
Second, and equally troubling, is that the lead state police detective who was assigned to this case was a man named Michael Proctor. Michael Proctor, you will learn, is one of the many people in Canton with deep ties to the Albert family. Michael Proctor's own mother refers to the Alberts as the Proctor's second family. His own sister's wedding, Michael Proctor was in the wedding party with Colin Albert, and he sat at the head table of that wedding with members of the Albert family. That's the man who was chosen to lead the investigation into the suspicious death on the property of Brian Albert. That's the man who gave updates to Canton police officer Kevin Albert while the state police were supposed to be investigating what had occurred at his brother Brian Albert's house. You'll learn that right from the jump, Michael Proctor predetermined the outcome of this case. He never stepped foot inside the Albert home on January 29th, 2022. Never checked out whether there were any signs of...
Pause it, Blair. No, pause that shit. Pause it. How is it possible that the lead investigator never went in that house?
Yeah.
You'll learn that right from the jump. Michael Proctor predetermined the outcome of this case. Never stepped...
Like, how is that possible?
2022.
Right. Yeah. Never stepped foot in the house.
That does... Oh, my God.
They never knocked on the door to, if there's a dead person on the lawn, much less a dead cop, laying on the lawn, the first thing any responding officer is going to do is knock on the door and say, hey, I need to take a look inside and make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah.
What they're going to do. That didn't happen. There wasn't even a knock on the door. They interviewed everybody at another residence, at the McCabe residence.
Wow.
So, dude, I'm telling you, like everything about this investigation is wrong. That's not an exaggeration. It's not like, oh, there's one or two things here that are probable doubt that cause reasonable doubt.
No, this shit is
everything about this case merits reasonable doubt.
I want y'all to know, like anybody that doesn't know me, like Hannibal the Beat Animal, I am not a fan of the police and law enforcement, right? It's mostly because I always seem to fit the description of whoever they're looking for. That's really the issue. So, like, hearing all of that and having had to deal with so many instances in my own life of just cops lying on me, manipulating evidence, having to go to court and all of that dumb shit, right? Yeah. So that I'm seeing this shit and I'm just like, oh shit, they do this to white folks too? Boy, they just don't give a fuck about nobody. It's just like, so who are they protecting and serving out here? Because if they're not protecting us and they're not protecting y'all, who the fuck is getting the protection?
Other cops. That's who's getting the protection.
Bro, this shit is wild. This blue wall of this, what is it? They call it the blue line of the blue wall of silence or whatever.
Yeah,
like these motherfuckers are not saying shit.
Thin blue line, yeah.
Jesus Christ, this is insane. This is fun. It is insane that they are allowed this level of brazen.
It gets better. It gets better. We're only 5 minutes into this, guys. We're gonna play this through.
Yeah.
This will be the last thing we go over tonight, but we're gonna reschedule another thing.
Oh yeah, we got to schedule something else.
Getting the DMs.
I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to cover everything.
I knew it. Yeah, you did. And you know what, the Glare, you right. You said this. You said, yo, there's no way we can get all this in one show. We was like, we can get it in one. We can do it. No, it's too much. You right.
I got it, and then I was able to cover enough to get you guys to be like, okay, this is fucking dirty.
Oh, whether there were any struggle inside that home. He never called for crime scene technicians and other specialists to look for blood or other trace evidence within the home. He never asked Brian Albert for permission to go in the home and take a look around. Michael Proctor never applied for a search warrant to go in that home. Instead, he focused immediately and exclusively on Karen Reed, the outsider. You will learn that no one in the Proctor family has ever called the Reed family their second family. No one in the Proctor family had been in a wedding party with anyone from the Reed family. Karen Reed was a convenient outsider. She was most definitely not from Canada. So how did Michael Proctor feel about her? How did he treat somebody he was investigating at a point in time when he should have been keeping an open mind and focusing on obtaining all possible evidence so that he didn't miss anything? Well, you will learn that on the very day that John O'Keefe was found dead on Brian Albert's lawn, Michael Proctor was texting with his high school buddies about this supposedly secret investigation, using his personal cell phone. He was revealing information about this investigation to his friends, assuming that nobody would ever find out what he was doing and what he was saying. And he was revealing his true thoughts about Karen Reed. It's not being put in his sanitized reports. His true feelings.
Wow.
To his friends.
He's talking about a group text with other cops.
Wow.
Okay? This is the lead
That's
investigator.
kind of what I was gathering from that.
Pay attention. Listen to this. This is
whom he trusted, and in text messages that he never thought would come into the hands of the defense in this case. Lead investigator, Trooper Michael Proctor, right from the start, called Karen Reed names he would reserve only for your worst enemies. He told his friends that he hoped that she would kill herself.
Shit.
He told his friends that he had seized her cell phone. And you will learn that he knew he shouldn't have been accessing any content on her cell phone because he knew there would likely be attorney-client communications on between Karen and me at that time. He knew that he was supposed to wait for a search warrant or other permission from a judge in order to go through that phone. But you'll learn that he went through the phone anyway, without permission. And you'll know that he did because he told his high school buddies that he was searching her phone for nude photos of Karen Reed.
Wow.
He was disappointed he hadn't found any yet. That is the professional and unbiased investigator who's chosen to lead the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe. We'll learn that one of Michael Proctor's high school friends commented to him that with a dead body on the front lawn, the homeowner in this case is surely going to catch a lot of grief. And you know what Michael Proctor's response to that was? One word. Nope. And he explained why. Wow. Michael Proctor assured his buddies that the homeowner would not catch a lot of grief because, quote, the homeowner's a Boston cop too.
Fuck! Fuck!
That one sentence, ladies and gentlemen, in Michael Proctor's own words, will explain a lot to you about how this investigation was conducted. You will be able to evaluate whether Trooper Michael Proctor treated Brian Albert and his family differently because of who they are and their relationships between his family and theirs. You will evaluate whether this investigation was on the up and up. You will decide, as a result, how valuable or worthless the prosecution's DNA evidence is or is not, in light of who controlled that evidence. You will learn that Michael Proctor's fingerprints are figuratively all over this case. His fingerprints are all over the Commonwealth's evidence. You will learn that Michael Proctor showed up at Karen Reed's parents' house in Dighton to interview her during the afternoon of January 29th, only hours after John O'Keefe's body was found dead on Brian Albert's front lawn. You'll learn that Michael Proctor had her Lexus SUV towed from her parents' home. But you'll also learn that he wrote a search warrant in which he falsified the time that he took that SUV. He swore under oath that the vehicle wasn't towed until 5:30 p.m. But you'll learn that we obtained surveillance footage that he didn't know we would get. And that surveillance footage exposed that Michael Proctor's words in that sworn affidavit were a lie. Michael Proctor had that vehicle for about 90 minutes before he claimed to have taken it. And folks, you will learn that the timing is important, very important. Because when John O'Keefe was first found on Brian Albert's front lawn, the police thoroughly searched that yard for potential evidence. And it wasn't just one officer, or two, or three. There were at least 4 officers that searched that front lawn. And that morning was the beginning of a snowstorm, but there wasn't that much snow on the ground when they were searching that lawn. It was light out by the time they did the search, and it was getting lighter. And during that thorough search of Brian Albert's front lawn, the number of pieces of taillight that were found by a minimum of 4 officers looking for evidence was zero. It was only later in the day when the snow was really starting to accumulate that the police miraculously started to find pieces of taillight on the property. The police only started to find pieces of taillight after Michael Proctor.
After they took her fucking SUV. These sons of bitches.
After Michael Proctor had possession.
Now, see that look on Karen Reed's face? That's not, I'm a killer and I'm an asshole. It's, I know I'm innocent, and you fuckers didn't count on me getting a fucking defense attorney. You thought you were scared, you're gonna scare me into taking a plea. You, every one of you. That is the look on her face.
That's what I still feel like. That's a Karen.
Right.
Don't go after her, Karen.
She's not really a Karen, though. Like, the people who hate her, those are some Karens, bro. Like, there are some, that's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down.
But I'm gonna need proof of that. But I feel like y'all got me defending the Karen right now.
This motherfucker had her car towed, and then miraculously they found bits and pieces of tail light. And like these motherfuckers playing in our fucking face, bro.
Nope, like right in front of us. Fuck y'all.
Yeah,
fuck y'all. Let that Karen go,
bro. Trash. They just do, and like the thing is, they do shit like this all the fucking time. I just listen. I'm not trying to be that guy, bro, but I'm trying to tell y'all, black folks been trying to tell y'all for a minute these police can't be trusted.
Yeah, all of these Massachusetts locals are always telling me, like, dude, Will, every time I'm going, what the fuck? This is fucking insane. People are like, welcome to Massachusetts. You know? Like, I'm like, what?
Well, I know where we're not going.
I can't. I fucking can't. I
kept going back to the Albert residence after that day, and he claims to have kept finding pieces of taillight on multiple occasions on multiple different days. And in addition, a good week after John O'Keefe's death, Canton Police Chief Kenneth Berkowitz, an older officer on the brink of retirement with probably not the best eyesight, he supposedly was happened to be driving past Brian Albert's house. And by the way, Brian Albert is someone with whom Chief Berkowitz is also good friends. And this older man allegedly...
Right.
Yeah.
So what he's explaining here is Chief Berkowitz, the chief of the Canton Police Department at the time, just happened to be driving by, I don't know, like 2 days after John O'Keefe's death, just happened to be driving by 34 Fairview and was like, oh, is that a piece of taillight in the road? Let me go ahead and pick that up.
That didn't fucking happen.
Bullshit. Fucking shit. You sons of bitches.
That did not fucking happen.
Let's hear you, Eddie.
Wanted yet another piece of taillight from his moving vehicle. This was yet another piece of taillight that was somehow missed by the trained specialists who had previously and thoroughly searched the property.
Right.
Another piece of taillight that Proctor supposedly missed in the many times he went back to the
I'm sorry.
Michael Proctor claims that he kept finding pieces of taillight right up until February 18th of 2022, which was nearly 3 weeks after John O'Keefe was found dead on Brian Albert's home. You will learn that there is no competent evidence that Karen Reed's taillight shattered at Brian Albert's property in the early morning hours of January 29th of 2022. To the contrary, you'll learn that when Karen left John at Brian Albert's house, she drove back to John's house on Meadows Ave across town in Canton. At John's home, where he lived with his 2 adopted children, Karen was drifting in and out of sleep, but she woke up for good in a panic sometime around 4 a.m. because John hadn't come home. And that was not like him at all. He had never done that before. Karen had a sinking feeling that something was wrong. Something was seriously wrong. So she got back into her Lexus. She backed up out of the garage to leave the driveway. And when she did, the right rear taillight of her Lexus struck John's parked vehicle in the driveway, and her taillight cracked. That was the same tail light that the prosecution now claims was broken outside the Albert residence hours earlier at 12:30 a.m. But we have video evidence that the tail light was actually broken at 5 a.m., many hours after the prosecution needs that tail light to have been broken. There is, of course, no video of the tail light being broken at Brian Albert's house.
Wow.
You will eventually conclude that that's because the tail light was not broken there. Importantly, you will learn that there was an eyewitness who arrived at 34 Fairview after Karen got there with John O'Keefe in the early morning hours of January 29th. And that eyewitness, Brian Nagel, who's the brother of Julie Nagel, who was at the after-hours party that night. He had a clear view of Karen's SUV. Brian Nagel confirms that there was no damage to her taillight at that time.
Boom.
Karen was sitting in the driver's seat with her hands at 10 and 2. And Ryan Nagel confirms that while Karen was inside the car, John O'Keefe was not. John O'Keefe was also not outside the car at that time. You will ultimately conclude there's only one other place he could have been. Now, going back to that 5 a.m. video from John's driveway, you will see Karen back up her Lexus and strike John's car at about 5 a.m. when she was leaving John's house to go out to look for him. And you will know that she struck his car at 5 a.m. because you will watch that video closely. You will witness that the wheels and the hubcaps on John's car are jostled and moved by Karen's SUV. And you will conclude that that video depicts exactly when Karen's taillight was cracked, long after she dropped off John that night at 34 Fairview. And you will learn that part of the reason that Karen's Lexus hit John's car was that Karen was panicked at that time. Where is John? Why didn't he come home? What happened to him? And you will learn that she was racking her brain for what possibly could have happened. And like many of us, was worried about the worst. Did I hit him? Could I have hit him? That was what she was saying, both to herself and to other people later that morning when she went back to 34 Fairview. She couldn't think of anything else that made sense. She certainly didn't consider in a million years that someone from within the Albert home could have beaten up John and left him to die on the front lawn. Now, that was over 2 years ago. Karen didn't know then what you will learn during this trial. Karen didn't know that Brian Albert's sister-in-law, Jennifer McCabe, left the after-hours party at Brian Albert's house sometime after Karen pulled away. She didn't know that after Jennifer McCabe dropped off some people elsewhere.
All right, let's make this a part 2 because
okay.
Yeah. Now,
you can't just I feel like you just showed me like the first 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. It was like, all right, you gotta wait till 6 years from now to see the rest. Like, no, the glare. I want to finish watching GOT.
Oh no,
we'll
we're gonna do this shit soon.
Like as soon as you guys can do it, we'll schedule it. Like
I'm
down.
message right after this, and we're gonna
listen, I have ideas right now, and I wanna talk to you and Monty about this so we can figure this out. This shit is like because depending on how soon we do that show, that's going to determine how much digging I do into this case. Like, am I gonna wait until then, or am I gonna start? Am I just gonna go down the rabbit hole of this shit tonight?
Right.
No, wait. Like, no, you got to be as surprised as me. You don't have to dig till part 2.
If you want just a little entertainment, Turtle Boy just went live. He usually goes live. I'm in my pajama pants, man. Like I'm scratching my leg.
You should have done what I do. No pants.
So
Hannibal ain't wearing pants. He didn't prove shit to us.
But I got pants. I can show. You want to see my pants, Monty? Hold on.
No
pants. Okay, wearing pants right here. Oh shit, they're black. They're blending in with the blue screen, the green screen.
I don't see shit. Hannibal ain't wearing pants.
There you go. You see the wall? You see my pants? Look at that. Leg meat covered. Leg meat covered, Monty.
You mind?
I guess it's just me.
Pulled up my loose pant leg, and then you can see my. I mean, Turtle Boy's going live now, so you can go check him out. He's entertaining, most definitely, to say the least.
I listen. You have not the glare. Let me tell you, you have not undersold this at all. Okay, this case
is insane.
This case is insane. Yes, I can't think of a better word, Monty.
Melody Little, yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's dying at the John Mayer reference. I guess she's
John Mayer. Oh yeah, the Monty. Yeah, like listen, Monty. Yeah, Monty. Yeah,
Matthews fan.
Monty. Yeah, Monty is the pumpkin spice panty dropper. Okay.
I'm sorry, you were praising.
Do we have to?
Please go on.
Yes, he did. Listen, he once dated the entire Scandinavian volleyball team at one time.
Wow.
Wilt Chamberlain has lived vicariously.
Just stop. Like
through Monty's accomplishments.
You boot him right now.
His dreadlocks alone have experienced more than a lesser man's entire body.
Has a male volleyball team.
Yeah, a girl volleyball. It's definitely it's like the Scandinavian women's volleyball team. Okay. His dreadlocks alone have experienced more than a lesser man's entire body. He is fluent in all languages that white women speak. He is the mahogany throat, the pumpkin spice panty dropper. He is an Egyptian demigod. He is the most interesting artist in New Orleans. He is Monty.
He is Monty.
Oh.
I love it.
Yeah, just ban him.
Listen, I have tried to hook Monty up with black women so many times, and he is just like, ew, gross.
God.
No, I don't want to do this.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I don't know why. He, hate his own.
Why don't we look at these microdots next time?
Yeah, no.
All of a sudden, you know all the terms and shit.
Yeah, and you need to like, if you guys are going to go through a deep dive, I would just recommend just watching microdots. Like,
listen. Everything I do concerning this case is all going to be based on when the next time is we're going to be on this channel, because I need to know what
as soon
that
as
is.
we finish.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have my phone in hand in that group chat.
Yeah. And listen, I saw somebody in chat. Kurt Straub says we need these guys on Team Reed. First off, you don't need us to be on Team Reed. Like, we on the team. We're on the side of right and justice, right?
See,
you know what I'm saying? And so
that's
going
to go over extremely well with them, because that's what we all say. We're on the team.
Wherever I am, like from where I'm sitting, what I've seen, Karen's a Karen, but she didn't kill nobody.
Yeah, and like I said, again, as somebody who has
I'm open to learning more and being proven wrong that she's a Karen.
She is not a Karen. I'm trying to tell you.
As somebody who has had police falsify evidence against
you, I'd say she was if she was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd be like,
yeah.
I just dropped Microdot's link in the chat.
All right.
So yes, Microdots, do yourself a favor. This dude is brilliant. Like, he's next level YouTube creator. It's crazy.
Okay.
He's just super focused on
Amanda F says she's not a Karen. I'm waiting for the proof.
I gotta show.
I'm sure we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Part 2.
Right.
I feel like there's been lots of evidence that she. Well, you know what? We haven't learned a lot about her other than like she suspected that her dude might be doing some shit he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And then we saw her panic when she had to try to resuscitate his dead body.
Yeah, it has been proven that she didn't kill nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on.
Yeah, like again, as somebody who has had the police falsify evidence against me in my own cases, is just like, and like like I said, the worst thing was proving in court in front of a judge that the officer falsified evidence against me. And it was like, all right, well, we're just going to toss this out against you. And I'm like, but y'all still let that nigga be a cop, though.
Yeah.
Like that dude is still an officer of the law.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, and it was years later. Like, and I'm saying like 7 to 8 years after the fact, before they finally like started to like pursue any like legality or any charges against this officer. He's been charged for torturing inmates at his local jail and just being like, okay, I'm just not going to feed them, give them any food or water for a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if y'all know this, but like human bodies need food and water, daily to live. Yeah. But because he was doing this to criminals, they were just like, oh, well, it's fine because they were criminals. Right. Wow. And I'm just like, yeah, man, everybody that's locked up ain't a criminal. I know.
Yeah.
Right. That's
we'll get into that one of these days. I'm gonna have you do a deep dive on some of mine, and we
do that. I
shit.
Definitely want to do that. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. That's actually microdots right there.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Drop one of Clues Bounds for microdots.
This was at the fundraiser function on Saturday that I came here for, and I was so inebriated at this point.
Were you really?
Microdots comforting me.
You weren't that drunk.
Oh my God, I blacked out. I blacked out. Like I didn't even this came to me later. Like the memory of this came later. I still don't remember getting back to the hotel.
That's a good listen.
I saw this on Twitter. Somebody posted it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! This is the most fucking greatest picture ever." And I fucking posted. I was like, I don't even remember taking it.
Yeah, nice. Listen. I will tell you this: if you ever come to New Orleans, Monty is going to have you so fucked up. Like you gonna remember getting to New Orleans, and then you gonna wake up back in Massachusetts and not remember anything in between. Like when that movie The Hangover came out, and people was like, "Ha, that's so funny." We was like, "What you mean? That's a Saturday night in New Orleans." What you talking about?
Yeah, you get off work Friday, and then you wake up Monday morning and go, "Fuck, I gotta go to work."
Yeah,
you see pictures in your email when you get to work.
You'd be like, when did I get on an airboat? Like it just be like shit just happens like that. That shit is par for the course.
I mean, yeah, like I don't even really drink anymore. Like I'm gonna go home and then I'm gonna go to the gym every day, like I always do, and it just doesn't go with what I, and then, but it was a party. It was a party. What the fuck you want me to do? I'm not in recovery or anything.
Yeah.
So, but my tolerance must have gotten, or someone drugged me. Because I didn't drink that much. I know I didn't drink that much.
One of the two, whatever it was. It looks like
I was purposely balancing beer with, so I wasn't drinking too much whiskey. I was drinking beer, every other drink was a beer, and I think I had a total of like maybe 5 drinks total. And I never black out, so I don't know. But I had a great time, and everybody had a great time. It was amazing.
This was fun. I'm reading more about the case on Fox News right now, and
you're not gonna get any of this McCabe and Albert stuff from mainstream media. You're not going to get any of it. They just won't talk about it. You're not going to get the corruption. We haven't even gotten into the corruption of Norfolk County DA. Next time we do this, we're gonna get into the fact that Michael Morrissey is currently under investigation by the United States Attorney's Office.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
The DA prosecuting this case, and he had the FBI, Josh Levy, the U.S. attorney, had the FBI conduct their own independent investigation into the murder of John O'Keefe. Right. So
I am subscribed to Microdots now. So I am subscribed. I'm following. I also got Turtle Boy open on my other tab right now, so I can jump over there.
Yeah,
you guys gonna have me? Don't have me going down the true crime rabbit hole, bro. I don't know
everybody going over to Turtle Boys right now. That's awesome. Please make sure to do that. Please go to Turtle Boys. But before you do, click on the link that I have pinned at the top of the chat. Subscribe to these awesome dudes right here.
Thank you. And look, I would suggest, like, we very recently had the Glare on an episode. Like, so if you go to the live tab, scroll down like 2-3 episodes, and then you'll see the episode that we did with the Glare. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's our Halloween special.
It was our Halloween extravaganza, right?
Yeah. If these guys ever invite me on their show, I don't even have to think about it. I'm like, yes, when is it?
So go check that out, and then check us out tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow.
I have so much fun with you guys. This was awesome because this is the first time you guys got to be here on my channel.
Oh, we're gonna do this again.
And we don't do this again. You guys, like, if you guys just want to have fun and have a good laugh, please subscribe to these guys and go check them out. We don't need to eat, breathe, and drink and consume Karen Reed all day long. We don't need to do that. We can actually enjoy things from time to
time. Tomorrow's our Thanksgiving special. Get in there and check it out.
I love it.
Oh, okay. Are we gonna see a bunch of people making terrible recipes, Monty?
Actually, Zoe curated this episode.
Ooh, okay.
It's all Thanksgiving themed and music related, she said.
Okay, all right. I'm curious to see what it is because I have definitely seen some Thanksgiving recipes recently that I was like, we have a segment on our show. For those of y'all watching the show, I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I'm Monty.
We are Hannibal and Monty of the Hannibal and Monty Show. You can catch us every Wednesday, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central Time. We typically talk about music because I'm a musician. We talk about art because Monty's an artist. We talk about nerd culture because we're two black nerds from New Orleans, and we talk about the culture. So I'm very happy that the Glare was able to finally get us on the show.
This guy is unfucking believable.
Yes, the Glare. Unfucking believable. All right.
Yes.
We used to have an award. We used to do an award show on our show called Hannibal and Monty's Golden Turds, right? And I can tell you, the Glare, like if we had 2024, if we had done an award show for we used to have an award for funniest white that we've had on the show.
Oh, you get it this time.
Oh, for sure. Like do it.
Hell yeah.
You know, I feel like the Senator Palpatine meme doesn't get used as much as it needs to, especially like in today's like political climate. Like in so many different ways, like the way he like manipulated his way into a position of power. It's just like, yo, man, like we need more Palpatine memes out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do.
Yeah. But yes, but thank you so much for having us on. Yes, we will be live tomorrow, and we will talk about it. Like I'm guessing right after we finish the stream, we're gonna talk about when we're gonna get back on, or we're gonna talk later via chat. How you want to do this?
I got my phone right away. If y'all want to jump in that group thread.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll
or later.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to. I definitely want to get with you guys about setting another one up soon.
All right. Yes.
And I don't want it to be a month from now. I want to do it like in the next.
I think very, very, very soon. Like, yeah, Monty, if we can figure out a way how to do something next week, Monty, I'm all game. If you got the space for it, I definitely got the space for it. Also, who the fuck is Sammy Sleuth, Monty?
Oh, that's me because I'm digging into this case and I'm learning.
That's his new true crime.
I gave myself a new name. I'm Sammy Sleuth.
A true crime name, and you're a hater, man.
Yeah, I am Sammy Sleuth.
You call me Call Crimes because I do crime.
Yes! I like it.
And you know what Chevy Chase and Monty both have in common? They both love that white girl.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Just end the shit right now. Can I rage quit? Oh, I can't. I can actually rage quit and leave y'all both in this studio.
Listen, guys, thanks for being here. All of you guys, I love you guys very, very much. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys. Make sure to hit the like. Make sure to subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. But before you subscribe to me, make sure you click on the link the link pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you subscribe to these guys, because these guys are absolutely fantastic. Guys, thank you for being here. Guys in the chat, I love you guys very, very much.
I just want you to know you ruined the rest of my week, because I just knew for sure what I was going to be doing for the rest of the week, and now I'm going to be Googling everything I can find about this fucking case. Jesus Christ. You said this case was a motherfucker, and I was like, in my head, I was like,
gotten into, dude, right now you're just wading in the 3 feet, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Part, you're just waiting. Your arms aren't even. You're like, ooh, it's kind of cold. You're just kind of getting into it. You don't even know. But all right, guys, thanks for being here. Everybody, I love you very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Yes. Where is this? There it is, right here.